Ridiculous, Bo Mattingly.
Northwest Arkansas is growing. It deserves an intelligent sports radio.
Two ball play guys with a face for radio.
Here is Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
You know, I was thinking about you guys all during the show with Cal last night. You guys are in my head because, and Cal, when we do these shows, I don't know if you've noticed, but I get about one question in, and then Cal just takes off, which I love. I think he's great. And, when he'll say funny stuff, when you're interviewing someone, and you know this, Bo, when they say something funny, there's this temptation to give what I call what we in the industry call the broadcast chuckle, where even though it may or may not be funny, And I know that every time I do that now, Edward over here has got the recorder going, and he's putting all these things together. So I know when I come in the next morning, I'm going to sound like a complete and total idiot.
Did we have some of this last night? Did we have Chuck just chuckling along?
Well, we do, but for some reason it's not playing.
He's pressing the button, but it's not playing.
Oh, yeah.
I was stalling.
And he's doing the shrug, like what? Arms are out.
It's got to be on your end.
He had no idea.
Everything's connected properly, but the sound isn't playing.
Right.
Well,
what? Why not?
What?
What's the problem?
I am trying to figure that out.
Well,
you had a good plan.
I did have a good plan.
You had an opening script.
I really did.
A touchdown.
I did. I had an opening script.
You went 3 and out, and now Bart's over there walking around. But Cal was having fun with you last night.
Chuck asked me all these questions, and I gave you.
There it is.
There it is. That was it. That's what I'm talking about.
Chuck asked me all these questions, and I gave you what I
That's
thought.
That's
it. Do you need to go to a break right now?
Well, just whenever you're ready to stop. But if you got stuff to say, go ahead.
I'm done talking.
It is. It's that's the Chuck right there.
And it's a terrible habit. I mean, I got a lot of terrible habits on the air, I know, but that's one of them. And I did that last night, probably at that very moment there. And I thought, you got to stop doing that because they're going to make fun of you for that in the morning.
And it's in your head now.
It is in my head. You guys are in my head.
You should mix in surprising questions to Cal on occasion. Yeah. Like, hey, what do you think of the football transfer portal? Just out of nowhere. Say, hey, by the way, I was just wondering, as an aside. And then when he looks at you, that's when you chuckle.
You think that'd be the good plan right there?
You ever notice this? I'm the worst at it. If you go to watch a comedian, if you've ever been to a comedian show, people show up ready to laugh.
They do.
So it's a great environment for a comedian. Now, if you've been on stage and nobody's laughing, like it's the worst. Like if you try to crack a joke, you're breaking the ice. There
we go.
You're the MC.
Yeah. I know.
But I'll be. I used to bring in speakers for the Touchdown Club when we had it in Northwest Arkansas, and I'd be sitting there and I'd just be ready to laugh. And finally, Lee Fitting was here one time. Lee Fitting was kind of like the godfather of game day. Like he was one of the big producers that really was behind game day for a long time and was at ESPN, I don't know, 20 plus years, and really talented. And he was funny. But he came in and he was talking about game day and how the sign started and all this stuff. And finally, after about 15 minutes, and he's like, I need to take Bo on the road with me. He just laughs at everything I said.
Yeah. That's when you knew you were in.
Yeah.
That's when you knew you were in.
You just kind of want to help it along, right? Like you want it to go well, and it's like if you just chuckle a little bit, it'll
That's right. Yeah, that's it right there.
That's good.
It is.
Why not be in a good mood? Why not? Why not be in a good mood? Let's just roll with it. Everybody just you can't wake up angry,
I agree with that.
It's just like, come on.
I agree with that.
Like just we all get a choice, and I'm talking to myself here. Like, why did I just get so mad at that driver? They're everywhere. These awful drivers are everywhere. I might as well.
It's the holiday season. Everybody's going crazy. Everybody's rushing around. Everybody's driving like maniacs.
Yeah, I'm just glad you guys are so patient. in everything you do.
I'm not at all.
I am.
I'm not.
I am
I'm having
so
a
glad of
self-talk
that.
right now.
I'm with you.
I'm having
I'm with you.
self-talk right now.
Oh, God.
That's great. Hey, you know where this is going to happen a lot is over the next holiday dinner, holiday lunch, whatever it is you do.
The courtesy laugh.
Okay, without question, the most uncomfortable and awkward moments are coming next week.
That's a great point.
I mean,
there's no doubt.
You think
That's
Thanksgiving was bad?
Oh, yeah.
There's way more awkwardness coming over if you celebrate Christmas, like the Christmas dinner, the Christmas Eve. You're just sitting around. And my favorite is when, like, I need a plan. I need to know when things kind of start and end. That way I can get through it. And if I don't know, like, when the end is coming, I just, and you might say, well, you might want to practice being more present. And I would agree with that too. But it's the festivities are over. They're clearly over. When are we leaving? And we're just all sitting around the living room and we're just kind of looking at each other.
Are you the first one to leave?
And
I generally am.
but it's like, how do you do it? How do you do it? Well, I gotta get up. Well, I don't know. I don't really have anything tomorrow, but I gotta get up out of here.
I got to get on over to Memphis.
Right.
10 o'clock Christmas morning.
Right.
I don't know, man. I got to get over there.
If you don't have a plan, and then if you don't pull it off right, it's just so awkward, and you're such a jerk, and you're just not social, and all the fake. Well, how's work, Edward?
Yeah.
How's your job? How's your new job? What are those idiots like that you work with? You know?
And of course, once you hit the real level of insincerity, you ask the same question like 3 times. I really wasn't paying attention.
Right.
Could you tell me again what you're doing?
Yeah. So we just told you that. Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't even listening.
Takes another sip of the eggnog.
I was working on my game plan to get out of here.
I was looking for the exit ramp.
Yeah, where is the eggnog anyhow?
That's right.
Is that still in the
Have
kitchen?
another drink.
Yeah.
Take you out to the middle of nowhere.
And the other one is like when people haven't figured out, like we've got 30 grandkids and they haven't figured out, like you just need to do a white elephant thing or draw names. But we got to sit around and watch every kid open 3 gifts. That's 90. That's 90 gifts. We got to sit around.
No.
Oh, look at Jimmy. He got some Legos.
You get like 3 gifts over there in the corner. It'd take you like 2 minutes to open yours.
Right.
You got to wait
through everybody
wait 2
individually.
hours for everybody else.
Yeah, it's like a Bucky's coaster.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
Pair of
Nobody
socks.
knows what to buy.
No, that's right.
And you don't know what to tell them
That's
to
right.
buy.
That's
It's
exactly
kind of
right.
like being a
That's
Razor.
so true.
It's like being a Razorback fan. You know you're not happy with 6-6, and you really want to be 12-0, but you know that sounds ridiculous. You can't ask for a new car for Christmas. You're like, oh, what would you like, Bart? What, like a really nice, probably like an $800, $1,000 suit? You're like, well, that doesn't make sense. So what do I ask for? I don't really need any socks.
How about a toaster?
Right. So then you get practical. You're like, well, what do I?
I could use a toaster, by the way.
Chuck's asking for a toaster.
By the way, with apologies to David Basil, and I know he's got some envy here, the trophy maker, the world's greatest trophy maker, David Basil, Pop-Tart got him.
Yes.
They made a trophy with a toaster in it.
That is a bit. Has anyone gotten more mileage out of a bowl sponsorship than Pop-Tarts?
Congratulations.
I didn't even know they still existed.
It makes you want to have a Pop-Tart.
It does.
But it is premium.
I looked at the store
You
yesterday.
can taste
I was
it.
like,
You can
I need
taste
a
one
Pop-Tart.
right now.
What a great. They must have hired Bud Light's marketing.
I don't know,
genius.
but whatever they did,
I
they
mean,
need to
because
keep
that's
doing it.
incredible.
Just brought him back from the
seriously,
dead.
that's how you bring marketing to life, right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good.
That is
That is a good one.
That's a good drop. I will admit.
Did you learn anything last night from? We'll play a bunch of clips from
Oh,
Cal,
yeah,
but I
he's,
just give us without
Well,
the benefit.
first off,
of
he brought the
clips.
entire team. The entire team was there, not for the entire show, but for the beginning of the show. Whole team was there.
This like dog and pony show, just ran them through, and did he introduce them all? Or
Well, here's they we were going to begin the show with a player, and ended up with Jonas Adu, and Coach Cal was back there eating with him, and what they did do was, I mean, they signed everything under the sun. There are a lot of people there. And he has taught these kids pretty well, and I can tell that he does teach them, talk to them about the importance of interacting with fans. I mean, they are I've never seen any of these kids be rude with anyone. I've never seen them say no, short. Yeah. Never seen anything like that.
Not like us at a family Christmas gathering.
Not like us, not like we will be next week. But not like the adults in the room. Yeah. But they do handle themselves very well.
They do not walk around. I have not seen any of them interact in any sort of arrogant way, like we're all this. Which that they have been told their whole life they're pretty awesome.
Yeah, they are pretty awesome.
Yeah, but I noticed that when we did that, when you and I went to that, and Bart went to that Make-A-Wish event at Walk-Ons before the season. And they were fantastic. So this is what it sounded like.
Coach Cal brought the whole basketball team with him tonight. They are here. Let's welcome all of the Razorbacks. Every darn one of them. See, you can't. You guys are playing this cold. If you were in the room, you would understand the spirit of the evening.
I know. We could easily do this to me on a million things that I do. But right now it's your day.
You wait till you go to.
It's your day.
Today is on you.
Coach Cal brought the whole team with him, kids.
Oh, God. Coach Cal brought the whole basketball team with him tonight. They are here. Let's welcome all of the Razorbacks.
Let's welcome all of the Razorbacks.
See, now it's going to be even worse. I was thinking about you clowns last night during the show. Now it's going to be even worse.
That's great. Oh, it is. It is. We're so in your head.
You are. As we would say, y'all are in my dome.
All we want is a mention. All we want is a mention.
People have asked about the show. They've asked about you.
Did you just oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, they ask about us.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. People have mentioned the show.
Edward's the mystery man. They don't know what the.
Tell me about this Edward.
Tell me about
they don't ask.
This Edward.
Edward's the one that maintains the old school mystery of radio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And he's the one that creates the old school magic there.
What we've lost the magic of radio, which was what does that guy look like?
Exactly.
What does that
gal
look like?
That's right.
You hear him and you're like, that is not what I was thinking.
You've missed the shock of. I remember the first time I saw a radio announcer in person too.
I used to back when I was in local television. I'd run into somebody at the grocery store and they'd say to me, like all the time, "Man, you look a lot bigger on TV."
Yeah. So does Tom Cruise.
I would be like, well, how big's your TV?
That's right. Got a 5'3" tall TV.
Yeah. That was back when there was an IGA, back before, the times we live in now, where I'd be getting like some powder to put on my, dome so it wouldn't be like too shiny.
Yeah.
Like some just CoverGirl powder to dull the shine.
Yeah.
And that person checking me out was giving me a look now, and it wasn't very comfortable.
You mean you guys didn't have like a full makeup crew?
The times have changed, by the way, but yeah. No.
Everyone thinks you do.
No.
Everyone thinks these TV people have this staff of makeup artists in there.
No, that's big time there. That's next level.
Well, that's next. Hey, that's later this week for Bo.
Yeah.
When Bo goes to
I'll be behind the camera.
We're going to have to get the full report on that at some point this week. I don't know exactly what you're doing.
Well, I mean,
I just know that
I just know you're not going to be here. And you're going to Penn State, and you're talking to Rhett Lashley, but I don't really know much more.
Well, I'll be.
You told me. It's just,
it's like the holiday conversation.
Like the
Chuck was looking for
chuckle.
the eggnog.
Yeah. It's like the broadcast chuckle.
Yeah. I just was reading about the 45% chance of snow at Penn State, so I'll be at the Penn State SMU game. I am an executive producer with Jim Jordan, who does SEC Inside as well. We've done this show called Inside the College Football Playoff for 5 years. So
put the show together.
It's a documentary series.
You're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, it sounds important, but what I really do is get all the logistics and the teams, organized, and can we get this, can we do that, and help get the crews set up, and then the real talented people do all the work, and I take the credit.
So you're going to fly in on the ESPN
Like for real, that's
jet.
what executive producers do.
What day do you fly in? What day do they fly you in?
First of all, there's no luxury flight here.
Yeah.
There is it's a real American Airlines flight that goes to Charlotte.
You're flying first class, aren't you?
There is I may get upgraded for my miles and miles of flying, but the flight from Charlotte to Altoona is apparently which is 49 miles from State College. There's no easy way to get to State College. By the way, their airport's as big as this room at State College. Like if you checked in at State College at the airport, you're over by BART, and then you get on the plane. The metal detectors, there's BART, you check in, the metal detector's you, and then Edwards where you get on the plane. Like that's how big State College's airport is. But the flight from Altoona, like I've never had this happen. I still don't have seats on that flight, and it's because the plane I think is so small that they like I don't know. I think it's like a 7-seat airplane. I'm a little concerned.
You'll be assigned the bathroom seat.
From Charlotte to Altoona or Altoona to State College?
No. I'm staying in Altoona.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to drive over to State College, which is another issue because there's a 45% chance of snow, and I'm going to be in a rental car. Probably with a rear-wheel drive.
Chevy Malibu.
Built for the frozen tundra.
Right.
That's right.
Right. And so this whole thing has a chance to be, I may not come back. Let's just be honest. I mean, in fact, Jim told me, he said, you do whatever works for you. We'll be flying into Philadelphia driving because we need a big flight for all the equipment. We need a big airplane. He goes, I don't know what you're flying on, but it sounds like a hang glider.
Yeah. Well, it's a big assignment, though. Congratulations.
Well, the show, I'm proud of the show because the show is the only documentary series on the playoff.
How do we watch it? How do we watch it?
It'll be on Disney Plus, it'll be on ESPN Plus, and it'll be on ESPN and ESPN2. I think I haven't looked yet, but the time, it's supposed to come out Thursday night. The 7th. What's today? Wednesday, the 16th?
Today's the 17th.
Okay. Maybe it comes out tomorrow night. Is today Tuesday?
Yes. Today's
Maybe
Tuesday.
it comes out Thursday. I don't know. I have to. I'll tell you. I'll make a big announcement.
I was going to say we need to know more.
I just know when it's got to be turned in.
Now, when are you going? When are you going up there?
Be turned in today.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going Friday after the show.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I'll be, games early, so I'll be at the stadium like
I was
it's the Chuck and Bo show. I'll be there like 6 a.m.
It's a noon kickoff Eastern time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and I'll probably be at the stadium at like 6 a.m.
Cool.
Yeah, it was real cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get like some sort of Michael Irvin outfit so I can stand out on the sideline.
I think that's it. Well, that's important.
As you're watching TV.
That's important. And because we'll be looking for you.
Try to work my way towards the end zones as the ball moves that way.
Yeah.
And then maybe the ball comes over my way, and then somebody will send me a text. Are you at Penn State?
I think if you see a guy running a corner route, he's going to go out of bounds. You got to go over there and take the charge, man.
My dream is to just catch a pass out of bounds.
Oh, well.
And just one hand.
I think that's everybody's dream.
And then my nightmare is to not be looking and it hits me in the side of the head.
That'd be bad.
Yeah.
That'd be bad.
Yeah. And then that's like a not so top 10 play on SportsCenter. Either way, I mean, like, you know what they say, no publicity is bad publicity.
I think, though, if you got trucked on the sidelines, I think you'd go flying.
That's happening.
I think you would. I think it'd be good video.
That happened to me at a Razorback practice years ago when I was out there shooting practice, back when they let you do that kind of stuff. And this is why they don't let you do it anymore, is the drill switched. Like, they were going one way behind me, and they started going the other way. And I turned, and I got a helmet right to the side of the face. I had the camera in the other hand. I went flying.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be tough.
Yeah. Well, I recovered. I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm here.
hurt.
But, yeah, it's one of the stories I'll tell at Christmas this year.
Yeah.
6:21 is the Chuck and Bo Show. What are we doing? Good morning. I'm not telling you that everything's great. I'm also not willing to say everything's terrible.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Best brands, best people, best inventory, best place. You want selection? You'll find it at the Auto Park. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. We're talking 4 of the best brands on the planet. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Plus, certified pre-owned Toyotas, Hondas, Acuras, and Chevys. Why settle for anything less than the best? Best brands, best people, best inventory, best place. Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show. Check us out online at FayettevilleAutoPark.com. That's FayettevilleAutoPark.com.
Is your hot water heater letting you down? No one likes cold showers. We want to be able to count on our hot water. That's why Pasco Air Plumbing and Electric has an offer that comes with the peace of mind I value. Get this, for just $17.76, you can get a 40 to 50 gallon water heater fully supplied and installed by their licensed and insured technicians backed by a comprehensive warranty. For less than $2,000? Yeah, price check it. It's a deal. Just log on to GoPascal.com and don't worry about hot water anymore.
I always enjoy talking about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original sports rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
A great pair. Really honored that you guys are doing this, listening over here in Jonesboro.
Ty Richardson live at Rainwater's Men's Clothing and Tuxedo Rental. Galen, 50 years.
This will be our 50th year in business. A lot of customers get us confused as only a rental place where they rent for proms and weddings, but we've classically been the men's store in Fort Smith, Arkansas. We try to be a little different. You can come in and look different at Rainwater's.
When you stop by, make sure to tell Gale and his staff that Ty sent you.
Rainwater's Men's Clothing and Tuxedo Rental, where it's fun to look good.
Looking to protect yourself and your family this flu season? Law's Drug Store at 6802 Rogers Avenue offers the latest vaccines for adults and seniors in both COVID-19 and the flu. Law's Drug Store has friendly pharmacists ready to assist you with no appointment necessary. Call 452-6116. It's quick, it's easy, and in most cases, free with your insurance. Law's Drug Store, 6802 Rogers Avenue behind Outback Steakhouse. Open 6 days a week to care for you and your family.
'Tis the season for Hardee's handcrafted goodness. Made from scratch buttermilk biscuits pulled fresh from the oven. The return of special traditions like salty sweet candied bacon. And faithful friends like Hardee's cinnamon raisin biscuits gathered near to us and served all day, all season long. From icing drizzled biscuits to savory charbroiled burgers, unwrap the holiday goodness of Hardee's. And now enjoy breakfast till noon. Available for limited time at participating locations. Items may vary.
Up to $10,000 off or $7,000 off and 0% financing on select 2024 GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The 24 GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $10,000 off or take $7,000 in discounts and 0% financing with approved credit. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I don't think you can feel that sitting in a chair with catered food and any kind of beverage that you want. I think you need to be in a skybox at a stadium with catered food.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Here we go. I got it now. I got the Chuck stuff.
What do you
right
got?
here.
For a minute, 50 seconds, because I could outrun you. I have no idea what question you asked me, but I hope that answers it. And I get way more crap than I'm due to. But that's just... Chuck asked me all these questions, and I gave you what I thought.
God.
That's Christmas, man. That's the holidays right there.
That
was a little sampling of the holidays.
It's like, why am I here?
Yeah. 877-377-6963. By the way, we'll get into the transfer portal update. I don't know if we have any special music, but we could do a transfer portal update. But today's question of the day, is, as a Razorback fan, what would be on your Christmas list? Because we're all getting this right now. We're running around, we're asking people, mostly the people that we don't care about, what they want for Christmas. Because people that you care about, like I care about Bart, I'm not buying Bart a Christmas gift.
Bart already knows you love him.
Yeah. But it's the people, it's all the forced love. It's all the like your kids, your kids, like, oh yeah, I gotta buy you something. Like, hey, I don't know why you don't know I love you already.
Yeah, I already buy you everything
you
want.
Forced love like your kids.
Forced love.
It's the forced buying. To prove that you love. It's sort of like hugging. Like, by the way, I'm all over.
Are you a
the
big
place.
Christmas hugger?
I had a dream the other night that Chuck gave me a hug. I don't remember much else about it.
We need to unpack this.
And then you woke up.
I think it was like a sad moment, and Chuck came up and gave me a hug, and I immediately woke up because I know that ain't happening. I was like, what is happening here?
I would give you a hug in a trying moment.
I've never seen
a trying
or after
that's it.
After a big win or a trying moment.
A big win.
Maybe then.
That makes more sense. After a big win, I'll give you a hug. If you win a big game or, you win an Emmy or something, I'll give you a big hug.
Yeah.
That's about
Chuck,
it.
did you give anybody a hug after the Tennessee win?
No, I didn't give anybody a hug.
High
that
fives?
night. Maybe a high five or two. Mm-hmm. But, there's always,
Well,
there's always the big moments.
We're all going around asking, hey, what do you want? What do you want for Christmas? Like, what do you have on your Christmas list? And people are asking you, and I'm just curious, like, what would be on your Razorback Christmas list? What would you want? What would you say? And I think we all know what we don't want. We just really struggle. I don't know if everybody's like me, but actually, I know everyone's not. But I don't know if you think like me on decision making, like, where do you want to go to lunch? And it's like, let me think about that. I don't want to screw this opportunity up. And then I can't come up with anything. And I think that sometimes is like Christmas lists because you think it's outrageous to ask for this. You really don't want that. What's something in the middle that, would be a reasonable thing to ask for? And first of all, you don't want to ask for anything to begin with. And so you don't ever get there. And then you get to Christmas and here comes that little box and Bart's over there. The kids, all of Bart's nieces have nephew, right? Yeah,
How many
nieces, nephew,
and Bart buys for all of them.
Buys for all of them, and so does everybody else in the family.
Yeah,
it's out of control.
Really,
Bart buys them 5. Somebody else buys them 5. Grandparents buy them. They've opened 25 gifts each, and then Bart's over there, and it's his turn. And, he gets in and he's slowly unwrapping the thing.
Yeah. He's only got 4 gifts.
So perfectly so it doesn't mess up the wrapping paper.
Do you save
my grandmother did that.
Do you save your wrapping paper, Bart?
None of us do that.
Yeah.
No.
So then he has no idea what's in there. And, it's like a mix of a beef jerky, some peanut M&Ms, and a coffee mug. And he's like, oh. Wow, nice.
Thank you.
A B on a coffee mug.
I needed that.
Nice. You guys must have went to Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
That's great. That's not true.
This is what happens when you don't tell people what you actually want.
Yeah. You get a scarf.
They're at Buc-ee's and they're checking out and there's something right by the cash register and they think of you.
Mug.
They're like, that's, Edward would like that. We haven't gotten him anything yet.
Here's a Buc-ee's mug.
I mean, it's like an actual Buc-ee's mug. It says Buc-ee's, and it's got the chipmunk on there, or whatever that is. Beaver, whatever that is.
And then they go, not only would Edward like that, let's get one for all of our in-laws. We'll just give all 5 of them the same thing.
If you guys are traveling, I would take a mug or two.
6:30. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. What's on your Christmas
mug.
list? Yeah. Well, hey, I mean, there's worse things you can do.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, actually, that's a pretty fail-safe plan. Like that's kind of bulletproof right there. Like
everybody loves Buc-ee's.
I mean,
I really do need a toaster, by the way. I mean, I wasn't joking a while ago. If like you guys are in the market, you know, if you're going to pull your money.
If anybody's listening to the show and would like to get Chuck something for Christmas.
About people not knowing what they want.
Chuck's
like, oh, I know what I want.
Yeah, I mean.
Let me just be real clear.
I was being totally serious. If you guys want to pool your money and get like $15 together, I could use a toaster.
Chuck wants a toaster for Christmas.
Hey, we're not
What's
getting,
on your list?
No. We're not settling for a cheap toaster over a cheap $15
That's all
toaster.
I need.
No,
That's
you
all I
want. The
want.
pop-up.
That's all I want.
You don't want like an air fryer or
just
the oven toaster. You want the pop-up?
Old school pop-up toaster.
Yeah, but there are levels to that. Like, you don't want some.
No.
Yeah, like a 5-star?
No. Here's what I want a toaster for. When I make a sandwich, I want to lightly toast the bread. I don't have to have, like, it doesn't have to do all this crazy stuff. I don't have to butter my bread before I put it in the toast. I don't have to do any of that. I just want to lightly toast my bread before I eat a sandwich. That's all I want. That's all I want for Christmas. That's it.
That's all you want the toaster for.
That's all I want.
That's all you want it for.
That's all I want it for, yes.
All right. Okay, then yeah, $15 toaster.
That's why I said it.
One more time, Chuck. What do you want for Christmas?
A toaster.
What?
That's all I want.
It's 6:33. Good morning.
That's the actual question. What the hell's going on around here?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
This holiday season, make your moments unforgettable with a gift from Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. From brilliant diamonds to vibrant gemstones and timeless watches, Blakeman's has something for everyone on your list. Our team is here to guide you in finding the perfect piece, whether it's a token of love, appreciation, or holiday celebration. Visit us in Rogers and see why Blakeman's Fine Jewelry is Northwest Arkansas's go-to destination for gifts that shine. Having great vision enhances every part of life. That's why I go to McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's a pair of readers or LASIK surgery, you know you're in good hands. You've heard former quarterback and now coach Ty Story talk about his great LASIK results with McDonald Eye. The surgeons there have done more LASIK procedures than anybody in the state of Arkansas and have helped numerous athletes get better results through improved vision. When it comes to vision, nobody sees it like McDonald Eye.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
And Hog Noxious, our listeners just don't let us down. He said, Chuck, explain it to them. Smash or trash by saying swipe right or left.
ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com.
Hey, folks, here at Road Chevrolet, 2800 Alma Highway in Van Buren, Crawford County's only new car dealer. I've got Grant Neal, general manager. Grant, man, what a great selection you guys have here at Road Chevrolet.
It's really awesome. You know, we've been looking at trying to expand our inventory, and right now the selection's the best it's been in a long time. Full line of new light-duty trucks. Got I think over 10 heavy-duty trucks in stock, including the 3500 cabin chassis, as well as the extremely popular custom 2500 that everybody's in love with.
There have been times when some dealerships have charged over MSRP. What about here at Rhodes?
Well, no, I mean, we've never charged over MSRP through all the craziness we never did, and now we're even marking below MSRP.
And if you need financing, you can take care of that too.
Oh, absolutely. Robert Good, our finance director, is an absolute wizard at working the banks. GM Financial's offering rates as low as 1.9% for well-qualified buyers on select new Chevys, and we haven't seen rates that low in a very long time.
Come by today, 2800 Alma Highway, Van Buren Road, Chevrolet.
Waldron Wave Rural Connect. Internet is now available in your area. Fast fiber internet and full-featured home phone are ready for you. This covers areas around Waldron, Bates, Winfield, Y-City, and more. Check out your address online today. The best whole home solution of internet and phone, all from a local provider you can trust. Order online at signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sporting bet app is with Bet Saracen, because Bet Saracen offers more ways to win and more ways to get paid, and faster. Find your winners on Bet Saracen and look for my Double R prop bet specials. I pick them and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Herod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 4th Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
Hey, Ty Richardson for Cut Above Lawn and Landscaping. Does your yard need to be serviced in the fall and winter months? Of course. A Cut Above is with you every step of the way. Whether it's commercial or residential, a Cut Above can handle all your needs. Tree service, stump grinding, brush hog, full landscaping. Plus, a Cut Above can take care of all your leaf removal.
Call or text today at 479-719-5605.
That's a Cut Above, 719-5605.
The tires on your vehicle go round and round, but when they don't, go to Van Alma Tire. They have tires in their name. That's their specialty. Van Alma Tire is all about tires. They have all the name brands and private labels available for you and in stock. So when it comes to getting tires for your ride, it's worth the drive, and financing is available. Ask for details. Whatever your tire need, check out Van Alma Tires on Highway 64 between Van Buren and Alma. Ready to get you rolling on new tires at Van Alma Tire.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I was supposed to ask him at the start of the segment what he did
really
last
appreciate
night.
you asking.
I forgot. What'd you do last night, Bo?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I'm glad you asked, Chuck.
What did you do last night,
Went on a date to Hugo's.
Really?
Yeah. I love Hugo's.
I like Hugo's.
Hugo's is a Fayetteville staple. You first sit down, especially when it's cold out, and if you get that one of those little tables along the wall, and then there's the pipe, the external pipe.
Yes, it's warm there.
I always kind of touch the pipe to see if it's hot, and it wasn't when dinner started, but by the end of dinner, it was hot. Yeah, go touch the pipe.
I've
at Hugo's, and then have a burger.
Yeah, it is good.
Surprise.
Burger. Hugo's is a staple.
Crepes are incredible. The grasshopper crepe for dessert. It'll set you free.
I agree. I've had it many times.
Let's do it. You want to get into the portal?
Please do.
Take me to the portal, Edward. Here we go. We got a portal update. Arkansas getting transfers, okay? Former Oregon offensive lineman Jaquan McRoy, former Oklahoma cornerback Kenia Walker, Fresno State receiver Raylan Sharp, former Michigan State defensive end Ken Talley. They've all signed with Arkansas. Keyshawn Davila, the nation's top junior college quarterback, has also signed with the Razorbacks. He's 6'1", 165 pounds.
Wow.
The nation's number one JUCO corner is 6'1", 165 pounds.
Wow.
Does that sound light to you?
Well, at 6'1", yes. And obviously he can run like the wind, and
he's rated really highly.
Here's one thing that I do notice: a lot of corners are like 5'11". The fact that he's 6'1", maybe that's what makes him so good, or maybe he's just a great athlete, and maybe he's a great football player. But yeah, that
seems
a little odd.
They got guys coming in left and right there. Yeah. Oklahoma transfer receiver J.J. Hester had an official visit on Sunday. New Mexico transfer running back Eli Sanders took a visit. Central Florida UCF center Caden Kittler had an official visit Monday afternoon. Richard Davenport talked to him, and he said it was really cool because Eric Mateos, the offensive line coach, took him for sushi, and he really likes sushi.
Well,
and it just made me realize, we're all missing out on the trappings of being there's the transfer portal.
There we go.
Yeah, we're in the portal now.
Yeah, take me to the portal, Edward.
Yeah, there it is. This is what the portal sounds like. You're about to be in the portal with your.
We got issues.
Your music.
I might be.
We got issues.
But like, I just want to be. Well, here's what I want for Christmas. I want to be in the transfer portal, and I want to get some attention. And I want to take 5 official visits, and I want to go for sushi, and I want to be offered a few $100,000, and I want to have options.
Well, I'll tell you,
and then I want to post about it.
Right now, that's the American
media.
dream. There's never been a better time to be a college football player than now. I mean, you should wake up, if you're a college football player, every morning. What a time to be alive. I mean, it really is. I mean, think about this. Think about this. You got guys being recruited. They offered me like $300,000, but it was the sushi or the steak or the trip to Topgolf. Yeah. That's what closed the deal. Yeah. It's incredible.
Hey, if I come back, will you take me to Doe's?
Yeah. I mean, it's.
What about Herman's? Can we go there?
It's. They're still kids.
Right.
And it's amazing how, even though we are talking about really adult things, when you talk about money, and I mean real money, but yet, when you talk to these kids, you realize they're still kids, and it really is like going to eat sushi and having a great time. That can tip the scale. It is remarkable. And, as older people, we don't understand it.
Here's an advantage to the transfer portal, or maybe a positive, and depending on whose side of it you're on, is it used to be if you made a decision to go to Alabama, let's say you were an Arkansas kid and you made a decision to go to Alabama, and you got there and you weren't playing, and then next year you weren't playing, and then third year you're still really not playing. You're kind of stuck. Like, so these kids did, have to make a decision as a freshman where they wanted to go to school. And it's a tough decision. Like, you get sold all this stuff, you pitched all these things. So you got to decide, like, what's the right fit, the best move for me? And then you got there and you were stuck. If it wasn't what you thought it was going to be, or the fit wasn't what you thought it was going to be. So now you can make a change. That's I think what the transfer portal is intended to be, something like that. Now it's like, I think I'm just going to go see if I can make some more money. I could like it just fine here, but I can make more money if I go somewhere else.
I remember when Arkansas signed Stanley Amude in basketball. He was a guy that at whatever Dakota State it was, averaged a bunch of points, but he was never going to get a chance to play in the NCAA tournament, probably wasn't going to get a chance to play in the NBA. Transfers to Arkansas, ends up in the NCAA tournament, and then ends up in the NBA. And I can remember thinking, this is what the transfer portal is. This is why it's good. It's given someone an opportunity at a different place that he would have never had he been required to stay at this other place for the remainder of his career. It's good. And now you fast forward to where we are now, and particularly on the football side, because you're dealing with just greater numbers, I don't know. It's taken a lot of the fun out of it for fans, and as we've discussed, I mean, it's basically, with the exception of the playoff, it's really harmed bowl season.
I'm getting a lot of text here asking when inside the college football playoff is.
Yeah, I want to know
we were talking
that.
about that earlier. Show I'm really proud to be a part of, and we're not getting any text at all about it. But I
know. I'm just playing along, man.
And it's going to be on Disney Plus. Well, I'm proud of that. First time ever the show's been on Disney Plus. It's been on ESPN Plus. It's an ESPN original for years. And it'll be on ESPN too, but it starts streaming tonight on ESPN Plus and Disney Plus.
So you're telling me if I go to ESPN Plus or Disney Plus tonight and I search inside the college football playoff, it'll go to
Well, with your algorithm, it'll probably just pop up.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. There's a chance. There's a lot,
Well, there's not a lot of other.
So now, are you like when you went down to Dallas and you did some stuff with
It'll be Frozen and then inside the college football playoff for you.
Let it go, baby. Let it go.
That's brutal. Are you going to be on camera? Is what I'm asking.
No.
You're just you're the one that You're the puppet master.
Not on purpose. You might hear me ask a question in the background.
Yeah.
Like riding in the car with Rhett to
That's
take
him.
his
That's
kids to
him.
school.
That's
Bo.
him.
That's
That's
Bo's
Bo.
voice.
That's Bo.
I heard Bo.
That's the guy I work with, Bo.
I heard Bo.
Bo.
That was, yeah.
Yeah.
But no.
Oh, he's there.
No, you'll just
see him right over there. See that little speck on the
if
sideline?
you hang around to the very end, you might catch me in the credits if they're not going too fast.
Hey, the credits are going to be going really fast. It's going to say executive producer Bo Mattingly. It's going to stop.
And what I do,
he's just
no,
gonna
I
stop.
pause it, I take a photo, and I put it on Instagram.
That's exactly.
Let everybody know I'm pretty important.
I don't know if you've heard.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Because you might have missed it. You might have missed my importance. And so I want to screenshot this, and I'm going to let you know for in perpetuity the importance. But it's a good show. It's fun. It's a lot of access behind the scenes, getting to see things you don't normally get to see. And it's the first year of the 12-team playoff, and it's going to be nuts. It's going to be chaos. And it's going to be I think it's going to be a snow game at Penn State. I think it's going to probably be a snow game at Ohio State.
I saw where there's like a 50% chance of snow at 3 of the 4
that's awesome.
venues this weekend.
That's awesome.
So you get to hang out with James Franklin. He's such a fun guy. You hang out with him? You guys pals?
We did a show with James Franklin for the HBO series back in 2019.
Yeah.
And I was around James Franklin.
You guys run
and
around
when you
together.
said he's such a fun guy, nobody walks around with a more intense look on their face.
Oh, my God.
Like 24/7.
I've never seen anyone like
It's
him.
like
quite.
it's like you want to go up to him and just poke him and see if it changes the expression on his face.
I will. I will.
Like a cat.
I will tell you this: that it's been 5-7 years ago. I just happened to be in Florida and ran into James Franklin through some other people.
A fun guy.
And I'm telling you, even on the beach in July, this guy is like, whoa, dude, man, take a step back.
Yeah.
And but he's a
you want to walk up to him, and I like James, and I know a lot of people that work for him and love him. But you want to walk up to him and go, "Are you winning right now?
Yeah.
Are you winning the game right now? Standing here on the beach in Florida,
Yeah, I know.
6:48. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Bo, you said something interesting. I don't think you meant to, but when you talked about Bill's...
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Did you know the CDC reports as many as 3 out of 4 Americans suffer from sleep disorders? The more severe condition is called obstructive sleep apnea, and if left untreated, can increase the risk of death by 17%. It can also lead to conditions like obesity, high blood pressure, heart condition, and stroke. If you have sleep disorder breathing, it's important to treat it properly. The standard treatment's a breathing machine called CPAP. It helps you breathe during the night. However, there are other options, and thanks to some truly innovative and proven technologies, provided by one of our own Arkansas surgeons, Dr. Scotty Bolding, there are alternative treatments that may eliminate the need to wear CPAP every night. Dr. Bolding at Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine works carefully with your sleep physician, determines where the underlying obstruction may be, and provides surgical solutions that open the airway, allowing you to breathe better. Call Dr. Bolding's office today at 479-755-3000 for a consultation and tell them you heard it on the Chuck and Bo Show.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original sports rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
You know, there's a sense of pride when it comes to things built in our state, and you can add Flyway Brewing to the list, a craft brewery with roots in North Little Rock dating back to 2013. With popular flavors like Blue Wing Berry Wheat Ale, the Honeybird Blonde, and the Early Bird IPA, there's no shortage to enjoy a tasty craft beer flight at the Flyway Brewery in Fayetteville, 1550 East Zion Road, or in North Little Rock at 314 Maple Street. Flyway Craft Beer, also available in restaurants and stores everywhere.
First Security is about more than great banking.
Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
You say, well, that's a tough thing to say. Well, we live in a tough world.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, Ty Richardson for Jam Mart. Brad, Tyson, and their entire team are so thankful this time of year during the holidays. We appreciate all of our customers that enjoy the beverage bar at Boonville, the hot food at Phoenix, and the deli at Jam Mart number 10. We know you're loving the updated pumps at our gas stations, and we're continuing to strive to find new creative ways to improve every single day. If you love Jam Mart, please leave us a 5-star review on Google. Happy holidays from your friends at Jam Mart.
Hey, this is Dr. Cole Johnson at River Valley Smile Center. You hear my partner, Dr. Charles Liggett, at 12:15 on halftime every Monday. Dr. Liggett and I have worked at River Valley Smile Center together for 11 years now. Like the Hogs, we have a great team. Do you have a unique dental procedure, a complex dental problem, or are you just nervous about dental work? Come see me for sedation dentistry, implants, implant-supported dentures, as well as cosmetic dentistry. We are located at 8309 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith at the River Valley Smile Center. Check us out online at rivervalleysmiles.com or call 479-646-0706.
Ty Richardson here at Wheeler Power Sports as we gear up for Christmas. Simon, you're the guy to come see.
We have new inventory in stock such as the Kawasaki Mule 4010, Kawasaki KX 450SR, KO S70, Polaris Ranger Crew XP 1000 North Star and Camo, and the Polaris Sportsman 570 Hunting Edition. Give us a call or text us at 479-783-5822.
901 North 11th Street in downtown Fort Smith, Wheeler Power Sports, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
Whether it's torque, horsepower, or just extreme work, diesel trucks do their job. But when your diesel truck needs maintenance or repair, it's time to head to Extreme Diesel. Everything from standard maintenance to extreme repairs, including injector testing. Extreme Diesel delivers. They have the tools and service for your Cummins, Duramax, or Power Stroke. You trust your truck to deliver on your needs, and you can trust your truck at Extreme Diesel. 6630 Alma Highway between Van Buren and Alma. Check them out on Facebook or give them a call at 651-3363. They're bilingual, now offering CP4 solutions for both Chevy and Ford.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
So-and-so enters the portal. The portal wasn't even open until today. What time does it turn on? Is there a switch?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
This league, there are teams that are going to have a losing record in this league and be in the NCAA tournament. You ready? And advance. That's how good this league is. There are 10 or 11 teams. How about this? 15 of the 16 teams. If you win on their court, it's a quad one win. What? Which means every game we play is going to be a war. What? What?
I mean, wow. That's when you talk NCAA tournament, maybe if you think about years gone by, we forget. But quad one games, whether you win them or lose them, impact your resume. Quad three games, whether you win them or lose them, affect your resume. For Arkansas to be playing all these quad one games in conference, it tells you maybe the record in conference doesn't have to be as good as you think it does to get to an NCAA tournament and a good seat. We'll get into it.
All right, good.
Coming up. We got to hit a break. It's the Chuck and Bo Show, short segment, almost 7 o'clock, back in a few.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweat No Edge is all about. It's where health, Confidence and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to sweatnumcosmetic.com and click on the Sweatnum Edge.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
'Tis the holiday season, a special delight, with gifts all around and spirits so bright. Watch closely now, for there's one more surprise, a gift that brings comfort with joy in our eyes. The family rejoices, their excitement takes flight. With a new Pascal heated air system, they're snug every night. Give your family the gift of true comfort with over $5,100 in savings. Plus, receive a whole home duct cleaning on qualifying systems. Special financing available with no payments and no interest. Pascal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
I want to make a couple of points here because I have the floor.
All of it. The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, folks, here at Road Chevrolet, 2800 Alma Highway with Grant Neal. Grant, let's talk about pre-owned vehicles.
Well, we've worked hard at trying to source great pre-owned vehicles. It's been very hard. You know, the market's strong, but that helps people because we're giving the best value for trade-ins and the highest value for purchasing vehicles. But we work hard to make sure that we pick the right one. So every vehicle on the lot has been meticulously looked over, cared for, and inspected. So we really have the highest quality possible for all of our vehicles that we have in stock. We try to make sure we've got something for everybody. So if you're shopping for something, you know, certified pre-owned, lightly used, very low miles, we've got it. If you need something that's more of a budget-driven vehicle, we try to find vehicles that are high quality while still maintaining the price points at $10,000 and below, $15,000 and below. So really, we've got a vehicle for everybody here at Rose.
And financing's available.
Absolutely. So we work hard to make sure that we can get people approved and get them the best possible financing. A huge selection of banks. We really surprised a lot of people who walk in and say, well, I don't think I can get approved. Well, just give us a shot. We'll do what we can for you.
Come out today, Road Chevrolet, 2800 Alma Highway in Van Buren.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, we will be in and out of the clouds with the potential for just a few showers across the south. High temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. We'll see showers and some thunderstorms tonight. Overnight lows in the low 40s north, right around the mid 50s south, and then another chance of showers and storms across the south Wednesday. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by In Good Spirits, Fort Smith's premier source for fine wines, specialty beers, and liquor.
'Tis the season for Hardee's handcrafted goodness. Made from scratch buttermilk biscuits pulled fresh from the oven. The return of special traditions like salty sweet candied bacon. And faithful friends like Hardee's cinnamon raisin biscuits gathered near to us and served all day, all season long. From icing drizzled biscuits to savory charbroiled burgers, unwrap the holiday goodness of Hardee's. And now enjoy breakfast till noon. Available for limited time at participating locations. Items may vary. Listening to ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris Fort Smith.
Dumps it underneath. Golden shot blocked by Brazil.
Oof. Oof.
Arkansas is special. Our people are honest and hardworking. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm is pure Arkansas. We were raised here, we live here, and we're straight shooters. Unfortunately, out-of-state lawyers who care nothing about Arkansas are advertising for your legal business. They don't understand that you don't hand Arkansans a pile of cow dung and try to tell us it's a rose. Don't be just a number. Call the Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
Are we still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown bar district.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pick up, home. Drop off downtown bar district.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Huh. Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
Waldron Wave Rural Connect. Internet is now available in your area. Fast fiber internet and full-featured home phone are ready for you. This covers areas around Waldron, Bates, Winfield, Y-City, and more. Check out your address online today. The best whole home solution of internet and phone, all from a local provider you can trust. Order online at signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Hey, Ty Richardson for Jam Mart. Brad, Tyson, and their entire team are so thankful this time of year during the holidays. We appreciate all of our customers that enjoy the beverage bar at Boonville, the hot food at Phoenix, and the deli at Jam Mart number 10. We know you're loving the updated pumps at our gas stations, and we're continuing to strive to find new creative ways to improve every single day. If you love Jam Mart, please leave us a 5-star review on Google. Happy holidays from your friends at Jam Mart.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
That Bo, what an idiot. I mean, that guy is the dumbest. How did he get a show? Just carrying the water, bootlicker.
Wait, those are things that have all been said about me.
I understand, and me too.
Was that you?
Yeah, it was me.
You've been doing it the whole time.
I'm actually a social media master. I just haven't clued anybody in on that.
You are.
I'm the one firing all these things off. No, if I was rich, I would be. I'd just be taking pot shots.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That was a called play, and I called it, Chuck.
Back to Save Sports Radio.
I'm ready to roll right now,
Can you believe we're doing this?
This brings back.
Just like old times.
This is getting ridiculous, Bo Mattingly.
Northwest Arkansas is growing. It deserves an intelligent sports radio.
Two ball play guys with a face for radio.
Here is Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
So we were talking about the playoff a little bit. And we haven't really got into this.
Playoff.
The college football play. Hey, it starts Friday.
I know.
We got a game on Friday. We got a bowl game tonight.
Bowl game tonight.
Mark's got locks. He's over there. He said he's turned it in to like a brand.
Oh yeah.
It's a brand.
Yeah. Imagine what it would be like if he was good.
Oh man.
But, right.
Yeah.
Right. But you know what?
That's low.
That's what we're doing here. You kind of sharpening the locks and
smoothing out the rough edges.
He's mere moments away from a call in Vegas. Brent Musburger wants him to come out and be on.
Would you go?
Visit
would you
or whatever
go?
it is.
If Brent Musburger called you, would you go?
To do what?
To do locks.
To do locks
on the
in
network.
Vegas.
They've got the VI. Is it
the betting
VISN?
network out there, whatever that's called.
It's on satellite radio.
The gambling channel.
Look,
for the whole channel.
That's right.
Only if he promises to introduce me by saying you are looking live.
That's right.
Would you like that as a career? But by the way, we're
Bo can make it happen.
We're talking Christmas. We're talking Christmas. We're talking wish list. We're talking 877-377-6963. What is on your Razorback Christmas list? Your wish as a Razorback fan is what? Bart, Chuck wants a toaster for Christmas.
Doesn't even have to be a Razorback toaster.
Just
one of the few people that I know, not named one of my children, that actually knows and will tell you what they want for Christmas.
That's all I want.
I'm tired of asking people. I'm tired of just like,
I get it.
You're getting mindless gifts from me this year. Unless you gave me a list and I could get it on Amazon, you're getting a mindless gift. And it's probably one of the suggestions that popped up while I was looking for whatever it was somebody else wanted on Amazon or Walmart. You got to say that when you're here.
I think you should do a Christmas registry, much in the same way you do when you get married.
That's a great idea.
You just go through the deal. This is what I'd like to have.
Technically,
Toyota
you can do
Camry.
that. Technically, you can do that.
Really?
You can put a wish list together on Amazon and then send it to your family or whatever.
Really? Yeah. That's clever.
Chuck in his mind had this brilliant idea that's been around for a decade.
Exactly. How come somebody doesn't do that?
And to his
well,
credit,
they did 25 years ago.
And to his credit, I was just eating it up.
Yeah.
Oh, what a great idea. Yeah. Bart's like, yeah, that's been, In fact, they do that on they got it on Spotify, Snapchat.
I think you could do that. You could do it on Target, on Walmart, on.
But did you notice how gently he said, God, you're an idiot? It's like, what planet do you live on?
It was kind of him.
Yeah.
It was kind of him to do that.
'Tis the season.
But you have a lock tonight.
I do
We
have
got a bowl game tonight.
We do have a bowl game tonight. It is Memphis and West Virginia. Memphis is a 4.5-point favorite, and Memphis is going to hammer West Virginia tonight. West Virginia doesn't have a coach right now.
Memphis is going to hammer West Virginia tonight.
What time is Seth Hennigan playing his last game as the quarterback for the Tigers?
Who?
Seth Hennigan, the quarterback for the Tigers.
Okay.
They're going to be motivated to send him out with a win, and Memphis. Playing in Frisco, this is the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl.
Scooters Coffee.
A stadium that is fully put together.
I like a good cup of Scooters Coffee.
A stadium that's fully put together, unlike the Liberty Bowl right now. But yeah, Memphis minus 4.5. Lock.
Okay.
The coffee.
Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl.
Yeah.
Scooters Coffee.
By the way, where are you on your locks before we take a call?
Well, we've dipped a little bit, but it 23 and 16.
I told you. Ooh. Like if we by the end of bowl season, you're going to be at 500.
Well, I'm not going to go that far because if I get too close, I'll
so
just
you're not
going to
do 7 games.
Bowl games are hard to pick now.
They are. You got to pick your spots, and you got to take what you know versus what you don't know.
Well, you know Memphis is going to hammer West Virginia
that's what I told you. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's no emotion in that. There's no I'm a Memphis fan. There's none of that.
No, it's strictly Memphis has key players. West Virginia doesn't have a coach.
Okay.
Strictly business.
What time's the game?
Strictly
Standing
business.
on business.
Nothing personal.
Yeah.
Strictly business.
8 p.m. Central Time.
That's right.
And Inside the College Football Playoff comes out when?
It's streaming on
Tonight,
Disney Plus tonight.
Yeah, 7
What
p.m.
time? 7? So you can watch Inside the College Football Playoff and then the bowl game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Bowl game on ESPN.
What a night.
By the way, we'll get to this Herb Street clip later. It's so good about Ohio State, though. And it's how can you be the program that Ohio State is and feel like such a mess? And like, are you really?
Unreal, really.
Are you really a mess? That's let's call it a tease. We'll get to that. Heath and Cabot, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
What's up, Heath?
I'll tell you what's at the top of my list this year. I don't want the Irish to make a deep run. I want them to win the national championship.
Whoa.
You want the Irish to win the Natty?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Irish fans know who we are. Look.
Okay,
You and Bart.
Here he is.
You and
he
Bart.
just came out on live radio
We are known
as an Irish fan.
We're known for not winning the big game. Getting there and just not getting it done.
Who's not known for not winning the big games?
I mean, with that two-head monster of Price and Love, and with Riley Leonard, I think they can get it done this year. But I don't. It's really win or bust. I mean, when you get to the playoff, your team, it's win or bust.
Wouldn't that be something if Marcus Freeman won a Natty at Notre Dame while Brian Kelly was trying to fight his way out of a paper sack in Baton Rouge?
It'd be beautiful.
Well, it could be a double-edged sword. Freeman wins. He may get called somewhere else. I mean, there's already been talks about him leaving for the NFL.
So we were going to mention this yesterday, and I don't know, we got to screwing around and probably forgot about it. But Marcus Freeman, they just announced at Notre Dame he got a new contract. And we were talking about during the break, the reason you do that before the game is that way if you lose,
that's right.
You don't want to come out and announce that, the week after, hey, we lost and Freeman's got a contract extension. So you got to get that out of the way before they actually play the game.
If he leaves, it's going to the NFL.
Correct.
Well, thank you, Bart.
Well, Memphis is a good ball team. They're gonna destroy that team they're playing tonight. I don't know who's leaving for Memphis, but you know who's on that schedule for next year.
Yeah,
so
I do.
That's a good ball team.
Yeah, they are good.
Actually,
they've got a good
them and the Irish both. All right, guys, thanks.
Hey, thanks, Heath. That's on his Christmas wish list.
Notre Dame's not going to win.
I said the best part is I said Razorback fans. What is on your Razorback Christmas wish list? And the first call is Heath from Cabot, and he goes that the Notre Dame Fighting Irish win the whole thing.
I mean, he just came right out and said, man. He said we're. I mean,
we know who we are.
Yeah,
we know who we are.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go that route. Which team do you want to adopt for Christmas? So you're a Razorback fan, and Heath is obviously he roots for the Hogs. We hear him talk about it, but he's also a Notre Dame fan. So who's your also college football team? Let's just out it today. Let's just get it out there. Who are the teams that Razorback fans are secretly rooting for? Just come out and admit it. Who is it? Who's your team? Who do you?
I know who Bart's team.
Do you got a team?
I
that you
really
wanna see?
don't. I really don't.
If I had to
it's
pick,
not I'm against him.
I've known Rhett since he was a freshman in high school, so I would root for Rhett in SMU, and also not just that. Like when you spend time around people, you get to see how they do things. I really like the way he runs the program. I really like just the culture that he's built there, and who he is, and what he's about, and what's important to him. And this sounds clear. He really is. He really is making a difference in a positive way that I don't see from all coaches, and I respect that. So I would just have a bias and root for him. I really can't technically do that, but I will be in my heart.
Technically.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be rooting against Penn State.
You're going to go pony up? You're going to do the pony up thing when you're there?
Yes.
I'm just asking.
It's a new Pony Express. Yeah.
You know what I want to see? I want to see Tennessee go to the horseshoe.
Just boat race.
And boat race Ohio State.
In the snow.
That's what I want to see. And I'm not a Tennessee fan, but I want to see them go up there and win.
It's turned.
I think everybody wants to see.
Why does everybody
Tennessee
hate?
win.
Why does everybody hate Ohio State all of a sudden?
Because
I think people have hated Ohio State for
that's
a
exactly
long
right.
time.
Everybody's always hated them, and now you're kicking them while they're
And
down.
now they have a coach who's really easy to make fun of.
I like Jim Tressel. I like Jim Tressel. Okay, I like him. Well, hold on. Again.
We made our players promise.
Again, right. That's where I'm going. Let's pull the clip. If we don't have it online, you can get it on a hard drive. It's right there. There's a hard drive right there with the clip. One of the most egregious, awful things that's happened. You know, there's a long list of egregious things that Arkansans can complain about as Razorback fans. One of the most egregious things that happened to Arkansas was going into the Sugar Bowl. All these Ohio State players have violated rules, NCAA rules, and they get to play in the Sugar Bowl under the auspices that they promise that they're going to come back next year and take their penalty. That was the most asinine thing. As it was happening, it was asinine. And it's like these guys are just going to leave and go to the NFL.
I can't stand Jim Tressel.
And it was just like, what a farce. And then Arkansas, they could have won the game, should have won the game, whatever, but for them to play in that game under the idea we made them promise that they would come back next year and serve their penalty, and we believe they'll do that.
Well, the only people he was talking to there were his people. They were trying to do it to where the Ohio State fans would find it, palatable, where they didn't have to apologize for it.
We'll maybe play it when we come back, and we'll also play this clip from Herb Street.
Jeff brought this up, and I got to bring this up because I've been thinking it's been happening forever. Ryan Day dyes his beard. Nobody's beard is that black. Look at him. When he's on TV, when he's on television this week, nobody's beard is that black. I've never seen anything like it. Just watch. You guys look. Bo, you got a little gray in your beard.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, this guy, and he goes way overboard. It's like, It's like Giuliani doing that press conference. I expect this stuff to start just flowing down at any moment. Just look at it. Look at it closely. Get on your HD TV and look at it closely.
4K.
This weekend.
Watch it in 4K.
4K that thing up and come back and tell me that's not a dyed beard.
It's like he needs like a real estate agent for that beard. He could sell the beard on its own.
Way to walk me in. Yeah, why? If you're buying or selling a home, Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, really is the place you need to call. I don't know if they dye their beards or not, but I do know this. They understand the market, particularly when it comes to making certain that you get what you want, whether it's the dream home that you've been looking for or whether it's the price that you want for the home you're selling. If you're buying a home, chances are it's the most money you're ever going to spend in your life. You want someone on your side of the table who's with you, someone who understands the game, number one, and then is with you. And that's what you're going to get at Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. That was my experience. I mean, we started a long time ago, and it's always been that way. They've expanded. They've grown, and it's been great to watch that. They've got offices in Northwest Arkansas. They're in Washington and Benton counties. They're in Fort Smith. They're in Branson. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can check out their selection at WeichertGriffin.com.
Jordan in Green Forest says it's definitely midnight black.
It is. I'm telling you, you look at it, and you will not come to any other conclusion than the one Jeff did, the one Jordan does, and the one I've come to, that's a man that dyes his beard.
7:16 on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Good morning.
Chuck, have you ever had oat milk?
No.
Do you like squeeze milk out of an
Or
oat?
is it just milk over oats?
Yeah, that's what happens. How does that work?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original sports rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
The final days of Chevy's Red Tag event have arrived at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Last chance for up to $16,000 total savings on new 2024 Silverados. Final days for up to $11,000 in total savings on new 2024 Suburbans and Tahoes at Chevrolet of Fayetteville in the Fayetteville Auto Park. Together, let's drive. ChevroletofFayetteville.com. Savings include dealer discounts and all incentives on select models. Must qualify. See dealer for details. Expires 1/2/25.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweat No Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to sweatnomcosmetic.com and click on the Sweat No Edge.
We want to make sure that you can read some ludicrous lyrics on his 47th birthday
I can
today.
do that one. Roll out, roll out. The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you Christmas shopping for the hunter, the fisherman, the working man, the marksman, the archer? Then get down to Jelco Outdoors in Fort Smith. Check out all the toys for all the boys, no matter what their age. Jelco Outdoors is your locally owned store for work and the great outdoors. Jelco gift cards are always a perfect fit. This Christmas, shop local. Shop Jelco Outdoors in Fort Smith. Merry Christmas from Jelco Outdoors, 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith.
Hey River Valley, Yeager's Ace Hardware is now open at 942 4th Street in Barling. Conveniently located minutes from Fort Smith and Chaffee Crossing, Yeager's is your locally owned hardware and lumber store. Come by and visit with your Yeager's experts today and check out our new space packed with all of your hardware essentials. Open 7 days a week, the folks at Yeager's Hardware are committed to serving the River Valley for all of your home improvement and hardware needs. Yeager's, real help, real savings.
Are you tired of processed meat and flimsy sandwiches? Subchain's gotten on your last nerve? Then I have the place for you. Come see my buddy Josefa at Lily's Sandwich Shop in the Bakery District in downtown Fort Smith. Locally sourced meat sliced daily and fresh breads from Harvest Moon Bakery. Daily specials announced on Facebook, including the Poke Bowl every Friday and Saturday. For to-go orders, call 479-567-3403.
My name is Lily. My Baba makes
So the first decision that any of our young people needed to make, if indeed they wanted to stay a part of the family and be on our bowl trip and have a chance to participate in one of the great games of all time, the Sugar Bowl, would be that they would have to make any decisions based upon their future in the NFL prior to us leaving to go to the bowl game, because we just didn't feel it would be fair to the NCAA or fair to the other people involved in the process that if someone were able to participate and then have no consequences down the road.
ESPN 95.3.
At 5 o'clock this morning, I was like, I don't think I can go. I don't think I can answer the
And
bell.
by 7:30, he's changing the world.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I don't know if anybody cares to go down memory lane, but yeah, the Sugar Bowl. What year was it?
That would have been 2010.
Yeah.
Into 2011.
So Arkansas plays Bobby Petrino, and Arkansas play Jim Tressel and Ohio State in the Sugar Bowl. Tattoo Gate is what it was with Terrell Pryor and all those guys that had gotten free tattoos. Sounds ridiculous now, but back then it was illegal and or against NCAA rules, and so these guys were all going to be suspended.
I remember.
But Tressel worked it out so they could be suspended for next season. I don't remember exactly how he pulled that off, but he did. And so then then he got up in front of the media and he explained, the righteousness behind it all.
So the first decision that any of our young people needed to make, if indeed they wanted to stay a part of the family and be on our bowl trip and have a chance to participate in one of the great games of all time, the Sugar Bowl, would be that they would have to make any decisions based upon their future in the NFL prior to us leaving to go to the bowl game, because we just didn't feel it would be fair to the NCAA or fair to the other people involved in the process that if someone were able to participate and then have no consequences down the road.
And then they left. They played in the Sugar Bowl, and then they changed their mind on their future, which we talked about for days going into that game.
We talked about it then, yeah.
Right. And so this is just sort of where the dislike for Ohio State starts, at least with the show and the background of Arkansas with Ohio State. But Ohio State in this game against Tennessee, Chuck's openly rooting for Tennessee, as is everyone else in the country.
Everyone's a Tennessee fan in that game. But I'm telling you, check out Ryan Day's beard.
It is
Vanta Black is what Daniel in Greenwood says.
Edward looked it up on AI. What did you find out, Edward?
Well, if you Google it, the AI answer is yes, Ryan Day.
It's common knowledge.
So
it's
I don't
common
know how
knowledge.
accurate
Everyone
that
knows.
is, but that's what it says.
Everyone knows. Tommy's in Ozark, Missouri. Tommy, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, Tommy, what's going on?
I agree with you, Chuck. I agree with Chuck. I think he colors his hair, too. I've thought it for the last 2 or 3 years.
Well, I want to be the voice of reason here. What's wrong with that?
I've been head coach of a major football team. You know you got to have some stress and some gray hair. I mean, come on.
So do we hold it against him? I loved it. I thought it was hilarious that
kinda
Chuck
do.
called it out, but I don't know. Does he lose any credibility?
I just don't like Ohio State.
Yeah,
that's fair.
That's the bottom line.
See, that's what you got to realize.
That's the bottom
time.
Yeah.
The only time I ever root for Michigan is when they're playing Ohio State.
I'm not sure Ohio State likes Ohio State.
Right now they don't.
It's
according to Kirk Herbstreit.
Here's Herbstreit from the selection show.
After the way the Ohio State season ended against Michigan, I don't know if it would have been better for Ohio State to go on the road to get away from their home crowd that'll be booing after their third down not converting and the punter comes out, booing Ryan Day. They'll have to rally and have a good start to that game, or it could turn sideways with the home crowd, in my opinion.
Can you imagine?
I think he's right. I think the pressure on Ohio State is more enormous maybe than we realize. And I'm going to guess that you've got players for Ohio State that, they want to win the game and tell their own fans to shove it. I mean, that's sometimes that happens. I've seen it happen with teams before.
At that level.
Absolutely.
To be playing for a national championship.
That's why Tennessee's going to win.
The Tennessee vibe, you would have to say, is much different, yeah. But that's that Ohio State thing. That's just a different look at a program than you're going to see hardly anywhere. But it's also happening at Penn State to some extent. Like all you're hearing at Penn State or about Penn State is James Franklin can't win a big game. Now, is James Franklin a good coach at Penn State or not?
Yes. I think so.
Yes.
Well, imagine being a really good coach at a big program, but all you hear is he's just never – is he finally going to win a big game? He's never going to win a big game. Can't win a big game. Can't win a big – so the only thing to do at Penn State is what? With James Franklin. Like if he loses this game, if Ryan Day loses this game – their fan bases are like, yeah, we're just never going to win a big game in Penn State's case. And in Ryan Day's case, are like, finally, we can get rid of this guy who's like 49-1 in his last 50 games, except against Michigan, where he's like 1-4 in his last 5.
I think their fascination with firing him in all seriousness is silly. I mean, I also realize that you have to win that game. That is a requirement to keep your job long-term at either Ohio State or Michigan. But, no, I don't think Ryan Day ought to get fired if they lose to Tennessee, but I'm not saying he won't.
I want one Razorback fan to tell me what they want for Christmas. Somebody tell me what they want.
I want that tackle from Oregon to be really good.
Oh, yeah.
I want him to be really good.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
That'd be
I want him
right
to be
there.
a stud.
Be top of the list.
Yeah.
877-377-6963. Catch the Chuck and Bo Show on demand, Spotify or Apple Podcast. Just search Chuck and Bo Show. Hey, guys, regardless of your age, here's something you might think about to do for your own self on Christmas. Get the Sweating 'em Edge, a free evaluation on your labs, like your blood work and what's going on in your body that could be leading to exhaustion, fatigue, stubborn weight you can't get rid of. It happens with all of us, regardless of age. And if you're looking for a Christmas gift, just make the suggestion because it's free. SweatingEmCosmetic.com. Go get the Sweating 'em Edge evaluation. If you go to the website, up top, you click on the Sweating 'em Edge. You can sign up for it, go in, get your free evaluation. They'll come back and say, look, here's a game plan. You can choose to do all of it, some of it, none of it. But at least find out where you are. I can tell you we've done it. Personally, it's been a game changer for me. My energy drink consumption is almost zero. Now, what was it before, Bart? What do you like? You've been around me for years. What was my energy drink consumption level?
It was substantial.
Not healthy. Not healthy. SweatingEmCosmetic.com. Take the Sweating 'em Edge. Feel better. Look better. Be better. SweatingEmCosmetic.com. Back in a minute on the Chuck and Bo Show.
It's going to be a tough slog from now till the end of time.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The holidays are all about making moments that matter. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, we're here to help you find a gift as special as the people you love. From sparkling diamonds to classic watches and colorful gemstones, we have something for everyone on your list. Stop by Blakeman's in Rogers and let us help you make this holiday one to remember. Because at Blakeman's, it's more than jewelry. It's your story. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
We are possibly entering what could be a golden age in Razorback athletics.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Together we stand as tall as the Tower of Old Maid. Our memories are etched in stone like names on senior walk, and our blood flows Razorback red. For 100 years we've been hog wild, and today we continue the tradition. We are Arkansas Razorbacks.
Listen to every Razorback football game this season right here on ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com.
Hey, Ty Richardson here at First Financial Mortgage. My mortgage lender, Ethan Adamson. Ethan, congratulations, over 300 five-star reviews.
Yeah, Ty, we pride ourselves on delivering a five-star service during the entire mortgage process.
What sets you apart from everyone else?
I think communication, how quickly we work, we get you closed on time or early. Call 479-782-9300. Weekdays 8 to 5, ffb1.com. First Financial Mortgage, in the business of you, equal housing lender.
'Tis the season for Hardee's handcrafted goodness. Made from scratch buttermilk biscuits pulled fresh from the oven. The return of special traditions like salty sweet candied bacon. And faithful friends like Hardee's cinnamon raisin biscuits gathered near to us and served all day, all season long. From icing drizzled biscuits to savory charbroiled burgers, unwrap the holiday goodness of Hardee's. And now enjoy breakfast till noon. Available for limited time at participating locations. Items may vary.
The holiday season can be stressful. Luckily, Dave and the crew at Eastside Liquor has everything you need for this time of year. Crowded homes, annoying relatives call for peppermint schnapps, or maybe you're just a typical brown water guy. It really doesn't matter, because Eastside Liquor can take care of everything you need. 9390 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith with a convenient drive-thru. And you can call them, 479-452-7311. Eastside Liquor, everyday low prices on beer, wine, spirits, and cigars.
This year, we considered hiring an ad agency to help with our marketing.
They pitched impressive visuals and a script that was inspiring.
And exotic animal mascots to help grab your attention.
In the end, we just decided to tell it to you straight. Shelter Insurance has award-winning customer service at affordable rates.
Plus, our local agents are there to help you understand what coverage you need.
Call Jeff Clark in Fort Smith or Brad Howe in Van Buren. It's Ty Richardson with owner and operator Cecil Gardner with Jazzco Graphics, 16 years in the industry. Cecil, this is the one-stop shop.
Yes, Jazzco Graphics Design, the one-stop shop, 2415 Midland, for your custom or buck order.
Why ESPN 95.3?
I really enjoy listening in, and it keeps my day going while I'm at work. Jazzco Graphics Design, 2415 Midland. It's on the corner of Midland and Kelly. Jazzco Graphics, the one-stop shop.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sportsbook in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Ty Richardson live at Rainwater's Men's Clothing and Tuxedo Rental. Galen, 50 years.
This will be our 50th year in business. A lot of customers get us confused as only a rental place where they rent for proms and weddings, but we've classically been the men's store in Fort Smith, Arkansas. We try to be a little different. You can come in and look different at Rainwater's.
When you stop by, make sure to tell Gale and his staff that Ty sent you.
Rainwater's Men's Clothing and Tuxedo Rental, where it's fun to look good.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
There's been a couple of times on this show when I've forgotten my phone at home. Same spot, both times I've left it at the house. And you get here, and it is a...
Where was it, on the back of the toilet?
It was in the bathroom. I'll just put it that way.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Brought to you in part by First Security Bank, where you can bank better. Pasco Air Plumbing and Electric, locally owned and operated. And if you're having any issues, your fireplace, like your gas fireplace, any of that stuff, your hot water heater, just your heat, Pasco's your one stop. Fayetteville Auto Park is also Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop. Flight by Yingling's, the next generation of light beer, and Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978. Cal was talking last night on a show before we bring in Joe Klein about just the SEC.
This league, there are teams that are going to have a losing record in this league and be in the NCAA tournament. Are you ready? And advance. That's how good this league is. There are 10 or 11 teams. How about this? 15 of the 16 teams, if you win on their court, it's a quad one win. What? Which means every game we play is going to be a war.
This is going to be like baseball, where, so many years when there were 14 teams, you'd have 11 of them make the NCAA tournament. You played 30 games in baseball. The feeling was, hey, if we get to 13 and 17, with a good RPI, we'll get in. And most of the time that was right. I think he's correct. I think we'll see some teams that are, 8 and 10 that get into the NCAA tournament and actually win and move on. And I think the league's that good. Joe Klein, great Razorback, Olympic champion, NBA champion, joins us on the line. Joe, what's your take? I mean, you did the game Saturday down there in North Little Rock. I mean, what do you think about this Razorback team? Let's start there before we go into the league.
I'm glad to see Adu coming around. I think they got to have him, Chuck. I think he gives them something that they don't have when he's not in the lineup. He gives them a physicality in the post. A post presence, consistent offensive rebounder, consistent shot blocker, just a veteran that knows how to play in space and play with other guys, and is patient and offensively doesn't force things. So I don't think that when he's not in the lineup, they don't have another big guy that's like him. And so it's good to see him progressing. He's played, I think, 25 minutes right at the last two games. And then also, Brazil has shown that he's, a little more willing to stick his nose in there and in the paint and do some of the dirty work stuff that they got to have. And I love their guards. I think Flan and Wagner are a terrific combo. Thero gives them an athletic wing that's as good as any athletic wing in the country. And I think Nelly Davis is going to get to a point where he's playing. I think he's played good. I think we all thought he was going to come in and give us 25 points a game. But, he plays smart. He doesn't take bad shots. He plays within the offense. He's good for spacing, and I think he'll shoot the ball better. I think they have a really good team. But like you just went through, there's 14 others that are really good too, or 15. So it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know, Joe, how much you've seen of all the other teams. As we kind of go through the schedule, we start picking up more games. Football kind of ends. You're watching more basketball than maybe you were. For some of us, that's true. I don't know. So I don't know how much of the league you've seen, but I just wonder, with the pieces Arkansas has, how you think they match up, or how they'll deal with the schedule that they're going to face.
Yeah, it's kind of. Yeah, it's going to remain to be seen, but they've got talent. It's not like I don't feel like Arkansas is going to walk on the floor any night against any SEC opponent and go, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? I mean, they're so much better than us. I mean, if Arkansas plays good and plays together and can continue to show signs to improve defensively, they can play with anybody. I mean, they have talent, but you're going to have to play good. You're not going to be able to have an off night. You're not going to be able to have an off, a lull in the game where you struggle for 5 to 10 minutes to score, or let somebody go on an absurd run and then think you're going to get back in the game. Those things got to go away. They got to be shortened tremendously. You got to make those. Those things are going to happen, but they cannot be extended because I think these teams are going to be so good that, including Arkansas, that if you dig yourself a hole, it's going to be hard to dig yourself out of it.
You talked about defense a minute ago, Joe, and you obviously watch a different game. You see a different game than the rest of us. We watch the ball a lot, and we notice the offensive skill. This team, though, it does kind of seem like when they're on defensively, that's really when the shooting percentage goes up on the other end because they're so good in transition.
You're so right, Chuck. I mean, you hit it right there. I mean, we saw it versus Michigan, and we've seen it in several games that when they can get stops or deflections or turnovers or rebounds and kick it out and get these guys in the open floor, they're a problem. They're a big problem, and because they just can come at you in waves. All the guys can pretty much handle the ball. All of them are very good passers. They have good vision, and they can all finish. And so that's, as we all know, I mean, that's how Cal wants to play. And that's a fun way to play, but, there's a price to pay to be able to play that way. And you have got to dig in on the defensive end. And I like what I see. I think they have very good on-ball pressure with their guards. And their rotations have been really good. Guys are locked into what's going on. There's some breakdowns and things they're not perfect, but everybody deals with that. But it seems that they're locked in with what's going on. Their communication is. You can always tell if the team's locked in defensively if you see communication and talking, and I think their talk is pretty good. And so it's got to get better. But I really like how they communicate defensively, and I really like Boogie and DJ are really good on the ball.
Joe Klein called the game on Saturday. Maybe you watched him. Razorback great, played in the NBA, won a championship in the NBA, starred in The Last Dance on Netflix.
Starring role, and obviously played a little bit for Cal in the NBA. Joe, give us your just thoughts. Are you still like, I can't believe Cal's the Arkansas coach, and just the sort of the aura of the program at the moment is we're all just kind of watching. You like half believe it. You don't know what to really expect. Like, you got all these players that are going to be in the NBA. Are you supposed to win every game? Like, when you talk about this whole thing, how are you describing it?
Yeah, I mean, every now I've been around him a couple times, and I'll just be sitting there, and we'll be talking, and I'll just look over at him and go, "I can't believe you're our coach." You're like, what the heck? What the heck are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be in Louisville or Frankfurt or something? What's going on? But yeah, I mean, it's surreal. I mean, I was sitting up there in New York in the stands, and he came walking out, and I just kind of started chuckling. I mean, I just was like, look at this. I mean, this is, but I love it. I mean, I think he's, like you just said, Bo. I mean, he brings a different thing, aura, whatever the word is. he brings a different level to Arkansas basketball. Just the attention we get now, good and bad. The players that are, probably last year, we couldn't even get a phone call to. Now they're coming and visiting and showing up, and it's just gone to a whole new level, and it's fun, man. There's great expectations and there's great scrutiny that goes along with that, but I like it. I'd rather it be that way than woe, pitiful me. Why can't we get this or do that? I would rather have, and I know everybody else would. I like having the expectations and the loftiness of our goals, and and to see that there's a realistic chance to attain those goals. So I love it.
Well, Joe, we'll continue to visit about it as the season goes on. You got anything on your Chuck wants a toaster for Christmas. You got anything that you're willing to acknowledge? Hey, that'd be nice if I got, because most of us, we don't give a list, and the list we're asking from people, we don't get either. And so we end up buying stuff nobody wants.
Yeah, I got a lot of that stuff. Probably got a toaster. Chuck, if you want to come down. Probably got 2 or 3 of them. You could kind of take your pick.
You let me have my pick?
In the garage.
Yeah, you can kind of. Yeah, we got. I guarantee you, there's 2 or 3 around here somewhere.
I want to go through Corky's. I want to go through Corky's, and I want to find the best toaster,
right?
An industrial
conveyor belt. And to be the conveyor belt toaster.
Bring it back.
Yeah, we can get you one. Yeah, get you one of those that you put the bread in at the top, and you kind of watch it go down and around.
It's a little too bougie for me, man.
Yeah.
I'd settle for some Corky's gift certificates, man. How about that? How about that? How about some gift cards, man?
Hey, we can do it.
That's good.
No sweat, man.
That's
we got
good.
you.
Joe, thank you very much.
Always fun, man.
Have a great holiday. Thank you, guys.
You too, man. Always great to catch up with you. One of the best guys.
He
ever.
really is a great guy.
Just one of the best guys.
He's
ever.
an example of a guy who wasn't born here but became an Arkansan. Slater mode and Notre Dame to Arkansas.
Love it.
That's how it happened.
He's great. We'll have him on as we get throughout the season. Him, Jimmy Dykes. We'll bring in the hitters on basketball, y'all. Hey, if you are looking for a little surprise, like stocking stuffer type thing, go get you like a 6-pack of Flight by Yuengling or a half case of Flight by Yuengling. The Yuengling taste. It's a light beer. All my friends that are trying this are like, oh, okay, wow, you're not kidding. No, it's a different deal, man. You got that flavor, but still a light beer. Premium refreshment from America's oldest brewery. 2.6 grams of carbs, 95 calories, 4.2% ABV. It's a premium refreshment, 6 generations in the making. Ice cold Flight is the way to go. Don't just raise a glass, raise a Flight by Yuengling this holiday season. It's the next generation of light beer.
Bo, if I was as good a husband as you were a man on the radio, my wife would bow to me every day. You guys are top notch.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you know the CDC reports as many as 3 out of 4 Americans suffer from sleep disorders? The more severe condition is called obstructive sleep apnea, and if left untreated, can increase the risk of death by 17%. It can also lead to conditions like obesity, high blood pressure, heart condition, and stroke. If you have sleep disorder breathing, it's important to treat it properly. The standard treatment's a breathing machine called CPAP. It helps you breathe during the night. However, there are other options, and thanks to some truly innovative and proven technologies provided by one of our own Arkansas surgeons, Dr. Scotty Bolding, there are alternative treatments that may eliminate the need to wear CPAP every night. Dr. Bolding at Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine works carefully with your sleep physician, determines where the underlying obstruction may be, and provides surgical solutions that open the airway, allowing you to breathe better. Call Dr. Bolding's office today at 479-755-3000 for a consultation and tell them you heard it on the Chuck and Bo Show.
You know the sound, you know the place, and you know the time of year that means live racing at Oaklawn is coming. If your Oaklawn is playing favorites, letting it ride on long shots, or just soaking up the vibes of race day, it's time to make your plans and discover your Oaklawn. Live racing starts Friday, December 6th. Reserve seats, rooms in our hotel, or a spot in your favorite Oaklawn restaurant at oaklawn.com.
This is my Oaklawn.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Having great vision enhances every part of life. That's why I go to McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's a pair of readers or LASIK surgery, you know you're in good hands. You've heard former quarterback and now coach Ty Story talk about his great LASIK results with McDonald Eye. The surgeons there have done more LASIK procedures than anybody in the state of Arkansas and have helped numerous athletes get better results through improved vision. When it comes to vision, nobody sees it like McDonald Eye.
'Tis the holiday season, a special delight, with gifts all around and spirits so bright. Watch closely now, for there's one more surprise, a gift that brings comfort with joy in our eyes. The family rejoices, their excitement takes flight. With a new Pascal heat and air system, they're snug every night. Give your family the gift of true comfort with over $5,100 in savings. Plus, receive a whole home duct cleaning on qualifying systems. Special financing available with no payments and no interest. Pascal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
The final days of Chevy's Red Tag event have arrived at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Last chance for up to $16,000 total savings on new 2024 Silverados. Final days for up to $11,000 in total savings on new 2024 Suburbans and Tahoes. At Chevrolet of Fayetteville in the Fayetteville Auto Park. Together, let's drive. ChevroletofFayetteville.com. Savings include dealer discounts and all incentives on select models. Must qualify. See dealer for details. Expires 1/2/25.
I like craft beer. I do. You guys always think I'm like the biggest dork on the face of the earth.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Finally, football season. Papa's Pub and Pizzeria is your #1 place to watch Arkansas and Monday Night Football. During Monday Night Football, $5 refillable beer cups for only $2 refills. Prizes for each score and at the end of every single quarter.
Can you believe that they've had the same great pizza since 1996? That's nearly 30 years.
Papa's Pub and Pizzeria. You'll get the best darn pizza in Fort Smith, perhaps the world.
Hey, folks, here at Road Chevrolet, 2800 Alma Highway in Van Buren, Crawford County's only new car dealer. I've got Grant Neal, General Manager. Grant, man, what a great selection you guys have here at Road Chevrolet.
It's really awesome. You know, we've been looking at trying to expand our inventory, and right now the selection's the best it's been in a long time. Full line of new light-duty trucks. Got, I think, over 10 heavy-duty trucks in stock, including the 3500 cabin chassis, as well as the extremely popular custom 2500 that everybody's in love with.
There have been times when some dealerships have charged over MSRP. What about here at Rhodes?
Well, no, I mean, we've never charged over MSRP through all the craziness we never did, and now we're even marking below MSRP.
And if you need financing, you can take care of that too.
Oh, absolutely. Robert Good, our finance director, is an absolute wizard at working the banks. GM Financial's offering rates as low as 1.9% for well-qualified buyers on select new Chevys, and we haven't seen rates that low in a very long time.
Come by today, 2800 Alma Highway, Van Buren Road, Chevrolet.
Hey everybody, this is Tyson Van. Dad, tell everyone about your job at Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash.
Power washing, son. I've been working in the business for over 15 years, all over the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas, residential or commercial. At Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash, our cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, pool deck cleansing, and more.
Call my dad at 479-763-5561.
Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash. One call cleans it all.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Here's a saying for you. We live in a microwavable society. Everybody wants everything, just like put it in the microwave and there it is.
It's also national. Yeah, I was going to say.
What was that voice?
Pseudo Lou Holtz. That was pseudo Lou Holtz.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We've been asking what you want for Christmas, especially if you're a Razorback fan. What would be on your Christmas list? And Eddie's here, but we're going to have to wait because we're not going to have enough time to. I know Eddie's.
And we know it's going to be a doozy.
It will be a doozy.
It's a good word, doozy.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I got a transfer portal update. Yeah.
We have music?
Well, we do. You want to just get me into the portal, Edward.
There we go.
So this is breaking news within the hour, Chuck. The breaking news. North Texas quarterback Chandler Morris has committed to Virginia.
Really?
Chad Morris' son Chandler.
Is that 4 schools now?
Well,
TCU.
He's at TCU.
There was another one down there. He's at Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
TCU. This place he's leaving now.
North Texas.
And now West Virginia. Oh, Virginia. The Cavaliers.
Tony Elliott,
Okay.
former Clemson offensive coordinator, who Chad has a relationship with.
You think Chad will be hired as an analyst, maybe?
Isn't he currently the
he's at Texas State. That's
Texas
right.
State.
With is that where G.J. Kenny is?
Yeah.
I think. Okay.
Wow.
It's where the comeback trail begins.
Relationships.
Yeah.
Wow. But just as we go to break, just think
about that North
deep
Texas
of fresh
punt
air.
return.
And think about left lane, hammer down, Chuck and Bo Show.
The final days of Chevy's Red Tag event have arrived at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Last chance for up to $16,000 total savings on new 2024 Silverados. Final days for up to $11,000 in total savings on new 2024 Suburbans and Tahoes. At Chevrolet of Fayetteville in the Fayetteville Auto Park. Together, let's drive. ChevroletofFayetteville.com. Savings include dealer discounts and all incentives on select models must qualify. See dealer for details. Expires 1/2/25.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweat-N-Om Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to sweatnomcosmetic.com and click on the Sweat-N-Om Edge.
Hey Razorback fans, it's Quinn Grovey alongside my man, Matt Zimmer. And it's a great time to be a Razorback.
Embrace the hole!
Whether it's a touchdown, a slam dunk, or a grand slam.
Big Susie, they were doing all the stuff. I went in there to get something to eat, and they're cheering. I'm like, what is going on here?
We're here with the excitement and insight you crave.
Well, you're giving me goosebumps now, you know.
It's the Razorback Daily from the team at Sport and Store.
That might be our best episode ever.
Available wherever you listen to your podcast each morning.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Thank you all for your show. It's a great format in the morning. It's really nice to have knowledgeable people to wake up to and listen to. So thank you all.
'Tis the season for Hardee's handcrafted goodness. Made from scratch buttermilk biscuits pulled fresh from the oven. The return of special traditions like salty sweet candied bacon. And faithful friends like Hardee's cinnamon raisin biscuits gathered near to us and served all day, all season long. From icing drizzled biscuits to savory charbroiled burgers, unwrap the holiday goodness of Hardee's. And now enjoy breakfast till noon. Available for limited time at participating locations. Items may vary.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, we will be in and out of the clouds with the potential for just a few showers across the south. High temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. We'll see showers and some thunderstorms tonight. Overnight lows in the low 40s north, right around the mid 50s south, and then another chance of showers and storms across the south Wednesday. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by In Good Spirits, Fort Smith's premier source for fine wines, specialty beers, and liquor.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Robert, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville. The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole. I should say it?
Say what?
Mom, I think he wants to say that it's Christmas time.
Okay, you can say it.
It's Christmas, everyone, and guess what, guys?
What?
Santa shop's here at the Stadium Shop.
Oh,
Lord, Mom, here comes that dad side. Nope, I saw him. Matt, you still do believe in Santa, right? Sure. Believers do get more presents.
Okay, so what did he get?
Let me guess, a couch for the elves, collars for the reindeer, maybe even a hoodie for Frosty. You know how cold he gets being made of snow and all.
And let
Let me guess, some Razorback jewelry for Mrs. Claus?
Well, yeah, Matt, you better get that Google machine all warmed up. He said he was going to be ordering some more stuff.
Google machine?
Yeah, you know, the interfacegram www.
I think he's talking about our website, which you should know by now, Dad. It's shoponrazorback.com.
Or have Santa give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
So come by 989 South Razorback Road in Fayetteville, and you just might catch Santa Hog.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us. Ho, ho, hogs.
From the Bushlight Studios, this is ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris, Fort Smith.
You sure this is legal? I don't know. It's fun though, isn't it?
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
See Agent Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
Hey folks, here at Road Chevrolet, 2800 on the highway with Grant Neal. Grant, let's talk about pre-owned vehicles.
Well, we've worked hard at trying to source great pre-owned vehicles. It's been very hard. You know, the market's strong, but that helps people because we're giving the best value for trade-ins and the highest value for purchasing vehicles. But we work hard and make sure that we pick the right one. So every vehicle on the lot has been meticulously looked over, cared for, and inspected. So we really have the highest quality possible for all of our vehicles that we have in stock. We try to make sure we've got something for everybody. So if you're shopping for something, you know, certified pre-owned, lightly used, very low miles, we've got it. If you need something that's more of a budget-driven vehicle, we try to find vehicles that are high quality while still maintaining the price points at $10,000 and below, $15,000 and below. So really, we've got a vehicle for everybody here at Rose.
And financing's available.
Absolutely. So we work hard to make sure that we can get people approved and get them the best possible financing. A huge selection of banks. We really surprise a lot of people who walk in and say, well, I don't think I can get approved.
I like the Alaska shows. The Last Alaskans or the Below Zero. Anybody watch that?
Hey,
and I tell my wife,
I
could do that. She says, for a minute, 50 seconds. You have to stay in, you want to rough it. You think that means stay in a Marriott. But I told her, she said, you'd get eaten by a bear. And I said, no, I wouldn't, because I could outrun you.
Award-winning Lily Sandwich Shop. If you don't believe me, absolutely.
I'm like saying singles, my man. Singles. You don't have to hit home runs.
Come by and see them at the Bakery District today.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I said, no, I wouldn't. You think that means stay in a Marriott.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
We're suckers for nostalgia. That's what sports fans do. Tyson's 58. As a 61-year-old man, I should have known what this was going to be like. But in my mind, it was Mike Tyson at 25, just like when you're in a bar and you think, well, she doesn't look at you like you're an old man. And it's like, well, of course she does. Of course she looks at you like you're an old man because you are.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That was a call play, and I called it, Chuck.
Back to Save Sports Radio.
I'm ready to roll right now,
Can you believe we're doing this?
This brings back.
Just like old times.
This is getting ridiculous, Bo Mattingly.
Northwest Arkansas is growing. It deserves an intelligent sports radio.
Two ball play guys with a face for radio.
Here is Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I like the Alaska shows, the Last Alaskans or the Below Zero. Anybody watch that? And I tell my wife, I could do that. And she says, for a minute, 50 seconds. You have to stay in, you want to rough it. You think that means stay in a Marriott.
That's pretty good. That's a good line.
Oh, yeah. Cal likes those nice hotels.
He does.
I mean, I do too. I don't know if I can afford them.
Do they have you staying in a swanky hotel in State College this weekend?
Hampton Inn, baby.
Hampton?
Yeah.
Well,
have you looked at the hotels?
Well, I was going to ask. There's probably not a wide selection.
Yeah.
He's going to be like Jay Leno staying at a Hampton Inn.
Listen.
What's Bo Mattingly doing staying at a Hampton Inn? I don't believe that.
Yeah, the glamorous travel life is not always the glamorous travel life. I will say that doing that one show with HBO, they stay at really nice hotels on the HBO budget. The Phoenician was one of the hotel. Like we did Arizona State.
Vegas?
No, it was in Phoenix.
Oh, the Phoenician. Phoenician.
Yeah.
I got you.
And I was like, wow, I might want to come back here.
Yeah.
And so, then you go a couple years later, and you're planning a trip, like an anniversary or whatever, and you're like, let's go there, and you get online, and you're like, I don't think we're going to go there.
Of course,
that's
when
not
you're
in the budget.
HBO and you charge people $15 a month to watch nothing, you can stay in nice hotels.
It's Max now.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's not.
You
HBO.
don't have Max?
I don't know what I.
You don't have
really.
the.
I got so much crap that I pay for. I don't even know what I pay for.
That's the hardest part of finding a show. You got to switch apps. You got to go like, there's nothing on Netflix. Let's go to the next one.
Or you'll see a show
Paramount.
and you press it, and you got to download this app and buy this deal to watch this show, and before you know it, you got. You got too many channels.
Bart, before we take Eddie's call, what's on Disney Plus tonight?
Inside the college football playoff.
Inside the college football playoff.
Starring
on
Bo
Disney
Mattingly.
Plus
Starring
tonight.
Bo Mattingly.
Starring Bo Mattingly.
For a half second of credits. Eddie in Clarksville, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you for taking my call. And certainly my spirits have been down, but I hope that quickly turns around. I'll tell you this.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Somebody said, you're down, Eddie, from Clarksville. And certainly my spirits have been down. But, I was sitting at my computer desk this morning listening to your show, drinking my coffee. And by the way, I was listening to Chuck say he wanted a new toaster. One thing that changed over time, I mentioned here a while back, those old RC console TVs have changed over time.
Mm-hmm.
So have coffee pots. You know what I mean? We went from the old coffee pots, or then you put the filters, coffee pots, you put the filter in. Now we go to your keg, and you know what I mean? You just put a tab in there, you know what I mean? Any brand you want, you can go and buy. But, same thing as a Razorback program. As I was looking around, every year my wife, Lindsay, puts up 2 trees. One to appease me. We call it it's about 6 foot tall, the Razorback skinny tree. We don't put presents under it, but things of it connected over the years we'll put on the tree. But, I was looking at pictures, too. I was looking at Brandon and that hang on my wall, Matt Jones, and, and Darren McFadden, Ryan Mallett, stuff that hang on my wall. But somebody bought me this picture, and it had Razorback, it had Frank Bowles on it. I've had this picture for decades. And I'd like to read just a few. I know you got a show, but listen to this. It's called The Razorback Spirit. It's got a picture of Frank Bowles. Listen to this. As the years go by, we're thankful for the Tusk and Franklin Boyles. After all, without his vision, there would be no Razor spoils. Coaches come and go a season, but it takes a hell of a fight. Franklin Boyles displayed that spirit all his life from day to night. Keeping up with all the Joneses, whether Felix, Jerry, or Matt, don't forget their contributions when you wear your Red Hawk hat. Let me say this.
That's good.
I hope my spirits, all I would want is a Liberty Bowl win by this team, some good players in the portal, and a good season next year. A better season. And so I'm just so happy and so thankful. This is my 53rd year being a Hawk fan, but just being alive. And I'll soon be 60. And I've been blessed. Just think of all the coaches and all the teams I've got to see that I hold in the heart. I'll leave you with this. My spirits are starting to get uplifted again. Certainly, like I said, it'll pass. I just think we should have better expectations of our program. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's just one fan opinion. But let me say this. I'm thankful for another year I got to cheer for the team and players I hold so dear. Thank you for taking my call. Merry Christmas to this fan base. Stay aboard always the Hawk train, because you never know when that whistle is going to be blowing.
Eddie.
We're going to put it in the left lane. We're going to put the hammer down.
Eddie's like our poet laureate.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
That is.
He can work a rhyme.
That's as good a call, I think, as Eddie's ever made. We had poetry. We had natural poetry.
Natural poetry.
Freestyle.
Freestyle. Some might call it freestyling.
I was thinking of that, and I didn't know. I couldn't remember the word, and then you nailed it. It was on the fly. It was just organic poetry, freestyle. That's what it was. Freestyle poetry, and listen. Can we just honestly? I'm not even kidding. Take a step back, and I want you to think about the picture that Eddie just painted of his home.
Razorback tree.
The Razorback tree, the memories, and the depth of the memories.
Pictures on his wall.
He will look at a photo of Darren McFadden and he'll relive game. Listen, this is the very purest form of being a sports fan.
No question. Absolutely. You're right. And, that's the whole purpose of putting a picture on the wall, any picture on the wall, is to remind you of that moment. And we've had some great moments. We've had some bad moments, but we've had some great moments too.
But he drinks it in.
He does.
He really does.
He takes a trip down memory lane when he walks down the hall.
I just find it, honestly, I find it quite refreshing.
Okay.
I just found it refreshing. So, Eddie, thank you for delivering on what you want for Christmas. And, of course, the list was... start with winning the Liberty Hole, do well in the transfer portal, and can we have a better season next year?
Eddie's Christmas message to Bo, right there. Just lifted your spirit.
That was it.
Changed the entire holiday season there.
That was just the purest form. It was so wholesome.
Wow.
It was wholesome. And
it's the time of year to be
lifted
wholesome.
my spirit. My spirits. Yeah. Don't get into the spirits too much, or your spirits might not be quite what you want them to be. 877-377-6963. What do you want for Christmas? The left lane hammer down came from Chandler Morris being in the transfer portal.
We're going to put it in the left lane. We're going to put the hammer down.
31 touchdowns for Chandler Morris this year at North Texas. He's transferring, and he's made his decision. He's coming to Arkansas. Okay, that was a joke. Oh, hey, stop. Don't run with that. He's going to Virginia.
Edward's developing a sense of timing over there.
Yeah, he sure is.
That is so bad. That is so bad.
It's not.
When I listen to that, I think, God, you're such a dork.
For a minute, 50 seconds, because I could outrun you. I have no idea what question you asked me, but I hope that answers it.
That was my contribution to the show, basically, last night.
Listen.
Was the broadcaster's chuckle.
I have occasional self-awareness, and I am aware that we could take any show that we do here in the mornings, and you could literally run an hour of me doing that to you as you sit over there, and I go,
well,
the entire
let's
show.
work on that.
Yeah.
Let's work on that for tomorrow.
Well, I mean, people hear it every
I'm
day.
joking.
I don't think they need to be reminded.
No, it's that is the broadcaster's chuckle, though.
Actually, I give you like a guttural laugh.
Yeah.
All the time. You're over there like.
You think I need to, like, when he says something like slap my knee, like it was a lot funnier than it. Because, look, let's be honest. I've introduced a lot of coaches over the years, and you have too.
That'd be great.
And they'll get up there and they'll deliver the opening one-liner, and it's not funny. But the crowd, especially when they're like 8-2, I mean, they can tell any joke, oh, that's the funniest thing, and they'll leave. Did you hear what Coach so-and-so said?
Mm-hmm.
I just love him. He's so funny. If you or I or Edward or Bart had said that, it would have been stone-faced. Nobody would have reacted at all.
At all.
But because the coach said
They're
it,
biased. Yeah.
it's like, oh,
they're biased.
He's a funny man.
Actually, can we play it one more time? Do we have crowd laughter along with Chuck's in any of this, or is
Because I could outrun you.
It sounds like, yeah. No, it
I'm
sounds.
following
I have
the crowd.
no idea what question you asked me, but I hope that answers it.
Yeah, they're
And
matched
I get
up.
way more crap than I'm due to. But that's just.
I have
Chuck
a keen
asked me all
sense.
these
He's
questions,
following the
and
crowd.
I gave you what I thought.
He's following the
I
crowd.
have a keen sense of how the crowd's going to react.
Hey, that is a live show, and that actually sounds like a laugh track. that's on an actual show.
That's pretty good.
It does.
It does.
Listen
You're
to
right.
it. Listen, it sounds like an actual laugh track. Yeah. Play the whole thing again. One more time.
For a minute, 50 seconds, because I could outrun you.
It sounds like a laugh
I have
track.
no idea what question you asked me, but I hope that answers it.
It does.
It's like
And I get
Seinfeld.
way more crap than I'm due to, but that's just...
It's like watching Seinfeld. All right, we got to hit a break, and we'll...
Then we'll get in some real radio
We'll
when
do
we
more
come
laughing.
back.
We'll do more laugh tracking. Hey, we're brought to you in part by Precedent.com. I tell you all the time about this. If you have sleep apnea, you're struggling to sleep at night, maybe you know you have it, and you don't want to wear your CPAP. There are alternative measures. But if you're just waking up tired every day, you should probably go get evaluated, because not sleeping at night because you're not breathing correctly and not being aware of it can lead to serious health issues like obesity, high blood pressure, heart condition, stroke, and even death. There are options, though, beyond wearing a CPAP machine. Dr. Scotty Bolding is an Arkansas native. He's a world-renowned surgeon, and he wants to help you improve your airway. He's got proven surgical alternatives that can help you breathe better. So do yourself a favor. Check out the Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine. It is a literal life changer. Precedent.com. Precedent. Precedent.com. The Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine. Arkansas, we can all breathe better night and day. Check it out. Back in a minute on the Chuck and Bo Show.
The way you guys have fancied up the pig in the blanket, I mean, it's just, kolache now is part of my vocabulary.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I always enjoy talking about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original sports rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
The final days of Chevy's Red Tag event have arrived at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Last chance for up to $16,000 total savings on new 2024 Silverados. Final days for up to $11,000 in total savings on new 2024 Suburbans and Tahoes at Chevrolet of Fayetteville in the Fayetteville Auto Park. Together, let's drive. ChevroletofFayetteville.com. Savings include dealer discounts and all incentives on select models must qualify. See dealer for details. Expires 1/2/25.
Is your hot water heater letting you down? No one likes cold showers. We want to be able to count on our hot water. That's why Pasco Air Plumbing and Electric has an offer that comes with the peace of mind I value. Get this, for just $17.76, you can get a 40 to 50 gallon water heater fully supplied and installed by their licensed and insured technicians, backed by a comprehensive warranty. For less than $2,000? Yeah, price check it. It's a deal. Just log on to gopascal.com and don't worry about hot water anymore.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I don't know what on time is for you, but yeah, you got here before the show started.
Whatever. Hey, have you ever seen anyone that takes so much pride in being the first one here?
Up to $10,000 off or $7,000 off and 0% financing on select 2024 GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The 24 GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $10,000 off or take $7,000 in discounts and 0% financing with approved credit. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Robert, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville. The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole. I should say it?
Say what?
Mom, I think he wants to say that it's Christmas time.
Okay, you can say it.
It's Christmas, everyone, and guess what, guys?
What?
Santa shop's here at the Stadium Shop. Oh, Lord, Mom, here comes that dad side. Nope, I saw him. Matt, you still do believe in Santa, right? Sure. Believers do get more presents.
Okay, so what did he get?
Let me guess, a couch for the elves, collars for the reindeer, maybe even a hoodie for Frosty. You know how cold he gets being made of snow and all.
And let me guess, some Razorback jewelry for Mrs. Claus?
Well, yeah, Matt, you better get that Google machine all warmed up. He said he was going to be ordering some more stuff.
Google machine?
Yeah, you know, the interfacegram www. I think he's talking about our website, which you should know by now, Dad. It's shoponrazorback.com.
Or have Santa give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
So come by 989 South Razorback Road in Fayetteville, and you just might catch Santa Hog. Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us. Ho, ho, hogs.
What makes Crabtree RV Center different? First, we are a fourth-generation family-owned business, taking pride in making your family's dreams come true. No corporate mentality here. Second, we've been in business for 74 years, founded in 1950 here in the River Valley, Northwest Arkansas area. We are not going anywhere. What does that mean for our customers? A family feel with no corporate hidden fees. The reassurance that we will be here for generations to come, and knowledgeable salespeople who want to pick the right RV for your family to make lifetime memories in. Crabtree RV Center, making your family's dreams come true for over 70 years.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
You were breaking up on me, but
I'll break it up.
well,
on you.
my headphones
I'm 3
weren't.
feet from
Well,
you.
but my headphones weren't working. They cut out. You're breaking up on me.
If the headphones go down, Chuck goes wild.
Well, I can't hear you.
I can't hear.
I can't.
You're breaking up on me.
You are.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I just realized something.
What's that?
You're going to Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's just right outside of State College.
That's where they
Penn
caught
State's
that
playing.
guy
Yeah,
that shot the insurance dude.
United Healthcare CEO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the insurance guy.
You
know what I'm saying?
I do. I know what
So
you're
you're
saying.
going to go to that McDonald's?
I actually, it crossed my mind.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you been there?
No.
Okay. Have you been to Altoona before?
No,
First trip, huh?
I've been to State College, I think, 3 or 4 times.
I just thought about that.
You know, I lived in Pennsylvania from like 6 years old to 5th grade near Harrisburg, which is an hour and a half from Penn State. And I usually fly into Harrisburg. But this time, it would just worked out to fly through Altoona. And I don't know what that flight from Charlotte or wherever I'm going through is going to be like to Altoona, because they still haven't listed the aircraft. And the flight is on Friday. And I've been told that they're like ultra small planes.
What's an ESPN plane, right?
No, it's American Airlines.
Oh. I thought they'd be flying you in for a big assignment like that.
My last name is Mattingly, not McAfee.
Okay. Well, that's fair.
I actually maybe should try to play on that. The Bo McAfee.
I think you should. That should be what you try to do.
Yeah,
while you're there.
yeah.
Just get in on that McAfee gravy train.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what is nice when you're working an ESPN show like this are the snacks.
Oh.
Yeah. You figure out where the production truck is, and you just kind of make your way over there. And they have meals too, like catered meals.
They do.
Because the game crew, they have a game crew. We're like the documentary crew. They got a game crew, and they got tons of people on that crew, and they got to feed them all.
Right.
You can't have everybody just running to Chick-fil-A down the street for lunch or the press box. So
Let me give you the game
they
within
got
the game.
snacks, and it's beautiful. Like, you just get over there and get your granola bar.
Can I give you the game within the game?
Yeah.
When you play it in like an NCAA tournament and the ESPN people are there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They've got their own room.
Oh, yeah.
And it's always like
That's right.
curtained off.
Yeah.
And they have the better food.
Yeah. Same thing
Better
at the playoff
snacks.
games.
They have
100%.
coffee.
Yeah.
That's always the thing, hey, let's try to sneak into the ESPN line.
100%.
And then when you go in there, it's like you're trying to get into the Pentagon.
Well, sometimes.
It's unbelievable.
Sometimes. Just depends on, how ushers are. Like, sometimes you just walk by one, and other times you have every right and reason to be there, and they want 4 forms of identification. Yeah. And the last time you had
Look,
gum.
I was halfway through my veal cutlet last time, and they came over and asked me for my ID. I swear, they wanted my ESPN card.
What did you say? I must be in the wrong room.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I thought this was for everyone.
Play dumb. Yeah.
That's why they've cut down on some of this stuff. I
Got
see
all
now.
all these guys like me, and they're bumming around.
Yeah. Brent is in Searcy. Brent, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Good morning, Chuck and Bo. How are you guys?
Oh,
Brent doing great.
We're the holiday spirit.
I hear you. Hey, Bo, what kind of thing are you going to do for ESPN?
Well, we do Inside the College Football Playoff. It's a 5-part series. That's the documentary series on the playoff. It's going to be on Disney Plus, the first episode tonight, in ESPN Plus. And, we're just over here trying to just do what we can, get our name and a credit or something.
I got you. Hey, I got to tell y'all something. I got 2 things.
That sum it up?
Landman is must-watch TV. Did y'all watch it?
Oh, 100%. It is. Have you been listening to the show, Brent?
Is this yesterday's show? Is this Groundhog Day?
Oh, yeah.
Is somebody playing a joke?
I called you in before y'all started talking about Landman yesterday.
Yeah.
And I thought, if it's not on Paramount Plus, I don't watch it, okay?
Is that right? You don't watch ESPN? You don't watch anything on ESPN Plus? Like games or anything?
Yeah, I watch ESPN Plus. Okay, I watch ESPN Plus Hulu.
Well, that's where Bo shows.
Give us watch Inside the College Football Playoff tonight and give us a review tomorrow.
Oh, I'm gonna watch. Did you say it's on Disney Plus tonight or where?
It's on Disney Plus and ESPN Plus.
Wow.
What time?
I think 7:00 is when they'll release it.
Hey, I got a question for you, because I don't know. I've been seeing on things on different platforms that Braylon Russell's asking for $1 million.
Yeah?
I don't know about that.
Tell me more.
I won't tell you.
Because I'm thinking about asking for that too.
Yeah, if he's worth $1 million, I'm gonna win the Boston Marathon, and that's not happening. I wouldn't run in it if I could.
Yeah.
I mean, $1 million. Come on.
I have a hard time believing that, Brent. I think that's probably one of those things that somebody posted something out there. It kind of took on a life of its own.
Yep.
But I have no doubt that a lot of these guys think they're worth more than they are. But I have a hard time believing that part.
Tell me one more time. You heard what about Braylon Russell?
That he's asking $1 million.
What?
Thank you for the setup. We had to run it back.
What?
$1 million.
What?
Yeah.
What? That's what I said. What? No, I said a 4-letter word. You got to be kidding.
Well, that is a 4-letter. Is that 4 letters or 5?
4. What's 4? Yeah. Well, last time I checked, 4 letters.
W-H-A-T.
Still 4 letters.
But,
oh my God.
Hey, I got to tell you, Chuck. You and Cal on the radio. Are priceless Monday night.
It's priceless. It's just
Chuck doesn't have anything to do with that. Chuck doesn't have anything to do with that other than the occasional laugh. But that's about it. That's my contribution.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I agree with Brent. I'm not letting that slide. I mean,
he is fantastic. You don't even have to ask him a question. He'll just run with it.
I know.
And
you come back and
you said Cal and Chuck were fantastic. Now you're walking it back that Cal doesn't even need Chuck.
That's exactly right.
No, hey, everybody needs a wingman. Chuck's just a wingman.
Yeah. I don't think Cal's wingman is going to go on my resume.
Hey, listen, let me tell you. Nobody goes to break like Chuck.
Chuck asked me all these questions, and I gave you what I thought. Do you need to go to a break right now?
Well, just whenever you're ready to stop. But if you got stuff to say, go ahead.
I'm done talking.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Yeah. Hey, that is broadcast excellence right there.
I'll call you back tomorrow and give you a review of the show. Got to watch.
Thank you. Yeah, please do.
Thank
Inside
you,
the College Football Playoff. And Chuck goes to break for Cal, and I go to break for Chuck. It's 8:28 on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Chuck and Bo, it's always an honor and pleasure to be with you. You know I don't do a lot of these in the course of my season.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweat No Edge is all about. It's where health, Confidence and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to sweatnumcosmetic.com and click on the Sweatnum Edge. Having great vision enhances every part of life. That's why I go to McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's a pair of readers or LASIK surgery, you know you're in good hands. You've heard former quarterback and now coach Ty Story talk about his great LASIK results with McDonald Eye. The surgeons there have done more LASIK procedures than anybody in the state of Arkansas and have helped numerous athletes get better results through improved vision. When it comes to vision, nobody sees it like McDonald Eye.
We bring in players. They didn't grow up with a woo victory. They don't bleed hog red. They bleed money.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Touchdown, Arkansas!
We fought back. We took a punch, and we answered back.
He's going to go! Johnson's at midfield, and there he goes! 98 yards. I saw it, but I'm not sure I believe it.
Listen to every Razorback football game this season right here on ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sporting bet app is with Bet Saracen, because Bet Saracen offers more ways to win and more ways to get paid, and faster. Find your winners on Bet Saracen and look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Hey, Ty Richardson for A Cut Above Lawn and Landscaping. Does your yard need to be serviced in the fall and winter months? Of course. A Cut Above is with you every step of the way. Whether it's commercial or residential, A Cut Above can handle all your needs. Tree service, stump grinding, brush hog, full landscaping. Plus, A Cut Above can take care of all your leaf removal.
Call or text today at 479-719-5605.
That's A Cut Above, 719-5605.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See Agent Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
'Tis the season for Hardee's handcrafted goodness. Made from scratch buttermilk biscuits pulled fresh from the oven. The return of special traditions like salty sweet candied bacon. And faithful friends like Hardee's cinnamon raisin biscuits gathered near to us and served all day, all season long. From icing drizzled biscuits to savory charbroiled burgers, unwrap the holiday goodness of Hardee's. And now enjoy breakfast till noon. Available for limited time at participating locations. Items may vary.
Looking to build your own field of dreams? Trust the experts at Tucker Construction and Remodeling. With over 30 years of experience, we turn blueprints into reality, ensuring top quality craftsmanship in every project. From homes to commercial spaces, our dedicated team makes your vision come to life. Choose Tucker Construction and Remodeling, where your dreams are built to last. Call us today at 650-6453 or visit tuckercr.com. My Tucker Construction, building your field of dreams.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Robert, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville. The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole. I should say it?
Say what?
Mom, I think he wants to say that it's Christmas time.
Okay, you can say it.
It's Christmas, everyone, and guess what, guys?
What?
Santa shop's here at the Stadium Shop. Oh, Lord, Mom, here comes that dad side. Nope, I saw him. Matt, you still do believe in Santa, right? Sure. Believers do get more presents.
Okay, so what did he get?
Let me guess, a couch for the elves, collars for the reindeer, maybe even a hoodie for Frosty. You know how cold he gets being made of snow and all.
And let me guess, some Razorback jewelry for Mrs. Claus?
Well, yeah, Matt, you better get that Google machine all warmed up. He said he was going to be ordering some more stuff.
Google machine?
Yeah, you know, the interfacegram www. I think he's talking about our website, which you should know by now, Dad. It's shoponrazorback.com.
Or have Santa give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
So come by 989 South Razorback Road in Fayetteville, and you just might catch Santa Hog. Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us. Ho, ho, hogs.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Does the show feel like it's always a friendly environment? I was going to say, just like
I guess it depends on which side of the fence you're on.
It's friendly. Sometimes you get yelled at, but I mean, it's still friendly. We have donuts. We have
Bart's
sauce.
friendly.
We have kolaches.
Bart and Edward friendly.
We have donut holes.
We've
we have
trained
coffee.
ourselves.
We've trained ourselves. we're taking a mediocre victory lap today.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Chuck, live racing's happening at Oaklawn.
It is.
Live thoroughbred horse racing. The 24-25 live race meet is underway. Visit oaklawn.com/racing for details and reservations. Headlining entertainment's coming. Maybe a Christmas gift. You're looking for something because they won't give you anything. They won't tell you what they want. You got a couple of shows coming up at Oaklawn in the event center. Trace Adkins, his Somewhere in America tour, Friday, January 3rd. Larry the Cable Guy.
That'll be big.
Still kicking. Friday, January 17th, 2025.
It will. It'll be a big crowd. I'm serious.
No,
well, he's still going.
I was laughing at Bo saying he's still kicking.
He is.
I didn't know he was close to death.
So I didn't mean it like that. Jay Leno. Leno is still kicking, and we'll be at the Oaklawn Event Center March 1st. That's a great Christmas idea.
Really?
Yeah, get tickets to the Jay Leno show.
Christmas will be over.
And surprise! Well, you got something to look for. It's the gift that lasts all year, Clark.
I understand. That would be great.
Year
That'd
round.
be great to find under your tree, though. That's right.
Year round.
Stocking
Last year, all year round. Tickets are on sale now at oaklawn.com. Live racing, you got the casino, that's a great idea. Actually, I think I'm going to do that.
It is fun.
I think I'm going to do that.
Hey, you go down there for a weekend, you're going to have a good time.
Go to the resort. Like, the hotel's amazing. They got a 4-star spa. Also, don't forget about the app. We tell you about that, the Oaklawn Sports app, where new customers can earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. Chuck did the Cal show last night, and it was...
What a show it was.
Well, it was, and it usually is good. But last night, it was on a different level. And I think Edward put together...
is this the montage?
Sort of what we call a montage.
Best stuff.
Here in the business. And if you missed any of it, we're here to run it back for you.
I like the Alaska shows, The Last Alaskans or the Below Zero. Anybody watch that? And I tell my wife, I could do that. And she says, for a minute, 50 seconds, you have to stay in, you want to rough it. You think that means stay in a Marriott. But I told her, she said, you'd get eaten by a bear. And I said, no, I wouldn't, because I could outrun you. I'm like saying singles, my man. Singles. You don't have to hit home runs. Just move the ball. Then I can leave you in the game. If every time you get it, you're trying to shoot it, and if I can't shoot it, I'll turn it over. I can't keep you on the court, or I'm going to shoot it so quick. Well, the guy's on you. He's on you. Don't shoot it. But I got to get a shot off because it's my turn. What? I have no idea what question you asked me, but I hope that answers it. If you're all about yourself, and I told her, I got some of you guys, at night you're thinking of yourself, you dream about yourself, and then you wake up in the morning and think about yourself. That's all you're doing is thinking about. How about you think about somebody else? The first game, the officials asked the players, who's your captain? And one or two of them will step up. Guess what? They're our captains. I can't name a captain. Now, you may get credit. Like, I get way more credit than I'm due. And I get way more crap than I'm due, too. But that's just, I mean, there'll be another coach. You know that someday. Like, I'm not going to be here 25 years. 20 maybe. But I won't be here 25. I told my wife the other day, and I said, forgot how hard this is. And she said, you say at the beginning of every season, you say the same thing. If I talk like this, it doesn't mean I'm mad. I'm talking loud. If I'm mad, I'm going to let you know I'm mad. So don't look at me when I say this. It's who I am. I can't change. If you need me to talk softer, you got to run back harder. That's not good enough. I mean, we've lost to 2 top 15 teams. You would think we lost 22 games. I'll tell you what I've been watching in the mornings when I get up too early. Andy Griffith. I'm going to tell you, Andy Griffith, anybody else watch it? My wife says, what? You're like my grandfather. All right, the other one I like to watch, the Waltons. I don't know. I do. but that's because I'm not focused on Sports Center and ESPN and all the I just don't. Chuck asked me all these questions, and I gave you what I thought. Do you need to go to a break right now?
Well, just whenever whenever you're ready to stop. But if you got stuff to say, go ahead.
I'm done talking.
That was awesome.
He is an entertainer. He's a
put
natural entertainer.
Put that show in for the Emmy.
Well, you guys,
Edward
did a really good job putting that together.
That's what it takes to win an Emmy. You have somebody put it together and send it in.
Yeah, I guess that's
Can't win one if you don't send it in.
That's true. You got to enter.
Call JD. Tell him, hey, that show we did with Cal last night has a chance to win a Learfield Award. I'm serious.
I don't know that Learfield
it's
has
good.
awards.
Well,
I don't know that Learfield has awards.
I'm talking about there's got to be an award out there for a radio show.
I don't know.
And then we could send one in from this show, and it would be the Cal show first and the Chuck and Bo show second.
There you go, right there.
And then you want both.
Well, I mean, I don't know. That's a good idea, but I can't see it happening. I don't know what to say. Except Cal's really good, and Edward made that. Edward made that.
I will say, and I don't whatever. I don't want to hear anybody's opinion on this comment at the moment about coaching. But you have two of the best personalities to do a radio show for football and basketball.
You're right.
You really do.
Oh, I'm the luckiest guy in the
two
world. I am.
Great. And there's been some ones that you don't really want to do it.
There have been some where it's like pulling teeth.
Yeah.
And there have been
Those
some
guys are
where
great.
I've thought, ooh, man, it's Wednesday night or it's Monday night. We got to go do that show.
I'm
it's
serious.
not like that with either one of these guys now.
It's actually entertaining to listen to.
Yeah. He does a great
really
job.
Is.
Cal is look,
They're
this
both
is not his first time out. He's a star, and he knows how to play the role. And Coach Pittman's a guy that, you're going to get whatever's on his mind, you're going to get it in a way that sounds like, you're talking to your next door neighbor. And he's going to level with you. And, both those guys have it's been so easy.
If you missed it earlier, Chuck went to Toaster for Christmas.
I do. Just a basic toaster, nothing fancy.
Yeah, what's the
nothing
price
bougie,
range?
nothing bougie, nothing like that.
What did we find out? And why do you? Excuse me. Why do you like a toast? What do you
see? Here's what's happened. You go buy a loaf of bread. All right. There's no way that I can go through the entire loaf of bread before it molds. So you got to put it in the fridge. Well, I hate a cold sandwich. I don't want like bread that's been in the fridge to be on the sandwich. So I want to put it in the toaster, lightly toasted, and get it ready to apply the cheese and the meat and all that stuff.
I understand that.
We got more in common than you realize.
Bart knows what I'm talking about, and you do too. Yeah. Therefore, my old toasters doesn't work anymore. It's one of those things. Every time I go to Walmart, I think, don't forget to buy a toaster while you're there. And I always forget to buy a toaster. And so now it's Christmas, and I got nothing to ask for, so I'm saying I'll take a toaster. Yeah. I need a toaster.
You can go to Walmart and get one for $9.98.
Really?
That's all it costs.
Does it have a crumble? Does it have a crumble tray?
I don't need a crumble tray.
2-slice toaster.
I don't need a crumble tray. That's a little too fancy for me.
6 shade
What can I get one for without a crumble tray?
What are you going to do? Turn it upside down?
I don't think they make those anymore, Chuck.
Do they not?
I think they all have crumb trays.
Okay, well, standard. Kind of like power windows on a car now.
Standard.
Can't get away from them.
That's right.
You can go up to $15.
Okay. Well, $9. That ain't bad.
So
see, any of you guys could buy me that for Christmas, and it wouldn't set you back.
Toast is underrated.
I'm not saying I don't want a piece of toast by itself.
Well, you
I just want lightly toasted bread for my sandwich. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
I want to be able to spread a little brown mustard on there, put a little turkey and cheese, bang.
Yeah. Brown. See, that's not. You're not a mayonnaise guy, or do you like mayonnaise?
I like mayonnaise. Dijonnaise is pretty good, but I prefer
spicy
brown
mustard.
Yeah,
spicy mustard. Dijon mustard.
Pardon me, but
Grey
would you
Poupon?
have any Grey Poupon?
Yeah. That's That's a sandwich machine over
Bougie
there.
Chuck over here.
Chuck, every time Chuck goes to Walmart, he's like, I'm going to buy a toaster.
Well, I think about it when I leave. You know how it is.
You're pulling out of the parking lot, and you're like, I'll get it next time.
Yeah, that's pretty. I can't tell you the number of times that's happened.
Yeah. That's just fantastic. Yesterday, I left my vitamin supplements.
Oh my God.
So after I got a workout in at lunch, I go home to get the vitamin supplements, and I did everything possible at the house except get what I went for. Came all the way back to the office.
I've done that.
Pulled in the parking lot. I was like, dang it, I forgot to get the toaster at Walmart.
Yeah.
So
I do that a lot. I do it all the time. That's why I don't have a toaster. That's why I'm asking for you.
We sound
asking you guys. We sound like idiots.
We sound so flipping old right now.
Well,
it's awesome.
You know, whatever.
Grumpier old men.
Whatever.
Grumpier old men.
I
Haven't
say
seen that in a
embrace
minute.
it and own it.
Yeah.
Just embrace
Yeah.
the fact that it's.
You know what's going to be
passed
great
you
is
by.
when you and I are at that assisted living center
I'll be
doing the
gone by
show,
then. I'll be
and we
gone
live
by then.
and we live there.
Yeah.
8:44.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
It's the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
What do you think Brian in Ozark was doing under the full moon? I have a vision of some peyote, a tailgate, and a Keystone Light.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
This holiday season, give a gift that sparkles brighter than ever. A diamond from Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, premier destination for diamonds in Northwest Arkansas. At Blakeman's, we don't just help you find the perfect diamond, we guide you through the journey, teaching you everything you need to know to make the most meaningful choice. Whether it's for a proposal under the mistletoe, or a holiday anniversary, or simply a way to say I love you. Blakeman's is where your search ends and your story begins.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Did you know the CDC reports as many as 3 out of 4 Americans suffer from sleep disorders? The more severe condition is called obstructive sleep apnea, and if left untreated, can increase the risk of death by 17%. It can also lead to conditions like obesity, high blood pressure, heart condition, and stroke. If you have sleep disorder breathing, it's important to treat it properly. The standard treatment's a breathing machine called CPAP. It helps you breathe during the night. However, there are other options, and thanks to some truly innovative and proven technologies provided by one of our own Arkansas surgeons, Dr. Scotty Bolding, there are alternative treatments that may eliminate the need to wear CPAP every night. Dr. Bolding at Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine works carefully with your sleep physician, determines where the underlying obstruction may be, and provides surgical solutions that open the airway, allowing you to breathe better. Call Dr. Bolding's office today at 479-755-3000 for a consultation and tell them you heard it on the Chuck and Bo Show.
With Oaklawn Sports, the action never stops and the season is never over. It's now easier than ever to wager on your favorite sports all year long. Go from football to basketball to baseball to golf. Bet on what you want, when you want, with the brand you trust. Oaklawn Sports even offers ways to bet on cricket, rugby, table tennis, and more. If it's a sport, chances are you can wager on it. Plus, it's now simpler to deposit and withdraw money from your account. Bet all year long with Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
'Tis the holiday season, a special delight, with gifts all around and spirits so bright. Watch closely now, for there's one more surprise, a gift that brings comfort with joy in our eyes. The family rejoices, their excitement takes flight. With a new Pascal heat and air system, they're snug every night. Give your family the gift of true comfort with over $5,100 in savings. Plus, receive a whole home duct cleaning on qualifying systems. Special financing available with no payments and no interest. Pascal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
Just thinking, what is a Pirates' favorite college football team?
Say it, Bart.
Arkansas.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Arkansas is special. Our people are honest and hardworking. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm is pure Arkansas. We were raised here, we live here, and we're straight shooters. Unfortunately, out-of-state lawyers who care nothing about Arkansas are advertising for your legal business. They don't understand that you don't hand Arkansans a pile of cow dung and try to tell us it's a rose. Don't be just a number. Call the Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
Hey, Ty Richardson for Cut Above Lawn and Landscaping. Does your yard need to be serviced in the fall and winter months? Of course. A Cut Above is with you every step of the way. Whether it's commercial or residential, a Cut Above can handle all your needs. Tree service, stump grinding, brush hog, full landscaping. Plus, a Cut Above can take care of all your leaf removal. Call or text today at 479-719-5605. That's a Cut Above, 719-5605.
This is Bruce Stanton, Vice President and General Manager of Pradco Fishing in Fort Smith. If you're going to do some cold water bass fishing, you need to be using a Umbrella Flash Mob Jr. It's the best lure for duplicating a small school of shad and can be worked from the top of the water column to the bottom. Whether you're trying to win a bass tournament or whoop up on a bunch of white bass and stripers, the Umbrella Flash Mob Jr. will catch them. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place, the Umbrella Flash Mob Jr.
Ty Richardson here at Wheeler Power Sports as we gear up for Christmas. Simon, you're the guy to come see.
We have new inventory in stock such as the Kawasaki Mule 4010, Kawasaki KX 450 SR, KO S70, Polaris Ranger Crew XP 1000 North Star and Camo, and the Polaris Sportsman 570 Hunting Edition. Give us a call or text us at 479-783-5822.
901 North 11th Street in downtown Fort Smith, Wheeler Power Sports, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Let's take you as an example. You're rich, and you're still here.
I am not rich, or I wouldn't be here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You hear about the Pop-Tart Bowl? That new trophy?
Yeah, how about it?
Alex in Springdale. I think he's heard about it. What's going on, Alex?
Hey, guys. How's it going this morning?
Good.
Doing great.
Good. We're getting Chuck squared away with a toaster. Easiest gift list I've had this year so far. Just direct and
right.
And, I got them covered.
I myself am a simple man and like a good toaster, so I just had to ask if you guys had seen the Pop-Tart Bowl trophy.
Alert
as
right
a
there.
working toaster.
I have seen that,
Inside of it.
and it looks like a great trophy. And
Absolutely.
I don't know if they'll be popping up toast out of it after the game, or a Pop-Tart or whatever.
I wonder if you can just do Pop-Tarts in there.
I don't know if it's an actual toaster or if it's just a model toaster.
I hope
with
it's an
fake
actual
Pop-Tarts in the middle of it.
I mean,
Gotta be an actual toaster, right?
Listen, that's the best trophy that I'm aware of any bowl game.
I agree.
I don't know what happened to Alex, but imagine you win the Pop-Tart Bowl and you put that trophy in the break room in the facility.
It'll be the most used item in there.
It's just cool. Like this is sort of like what I was talking about with Christmas. Along with the reason for the season, which shouldn't be overlooked in my view. We do all this unnecessary gift purchasing that is just honestly trash, and we should all be so grateful that we are in a position to be able to do that and think about those who are less fortunate and can't. But the reality of the matter is there's a lot of forced gift giving. And Joe Klein mentioned it earlier. He said, Chuck, you want a toaster? I've got three or four of those in my garage that people have given me over the years.
But I want a new toaster.
They're
Christmas.
They're in the
Come on.
They're in the box. I assure you they're in the box. But my point is we end up buying people things just to buy them, and then they're going to go in a closet somewhere because it's not what they really want, and people don't really say what they really want, and you don't really say what you really want, so we just buy each other crap. And these bowls, they have to just come up with a name, and they got to come up with a sponsor, and then the sponsor's got to come up with something. And finally, Pop-Tart said, dang it, we're going to do something cool. Thank you. Like, what? Every bowl should be held to this standard.
I think it's brilliant, and I applaud
or don't
them.
exist.
Right? Like, come up with a cool trophy that everybody's going to, like, do.
I'll tell you
Be
this.
a cool bowl game, or you're out.
Right.
I would guarantee you Pop-Tarts has sold more Pop-Tarts off that bowl sponsorship
marketing.
than Poland sold Weed Eaters off that bowl down there in Shreveport. I guarantee you they have, I mean, I didn't even know they made Pop-Tarts and are still. I mean, I ate
You
them as
did what?
I ate them as a kid, but I have not eaten. I didn't pay any attention.
The flavors, Chuck, are out of.
I understand all that, but I wasn't paying any attention.
And a Pop-Tart
And then
out
all
of a
of a
toaster
sudden, here
is-
it is. Well, I mean,
Pop-Tart out of a toaster.
There's another use for that toaster.
Right,
you
and
guys
then,
are
the
gonna get.
air fryer's got its place, but man, it doesn't. It doesn't.
I got an air fryer.
Surpass the toaster.
Yeah. No, I that's why I want
You
one.
can put your bread in an air fryer and toast it.
You know what an air fryer is really good for? Seriously. Reheating pizza. You guys done
Oh,
that?
yeah.
It's the best.
Oh.
I discover new things
Mike,
all the
I don't
time.
like reheating pizza in the microwave.
I don't either.
I want it
I
a little
use- I use
crispy.
the- I use the oven.
I want it a little crispy.
I agree.
I use the oven.
There's nothing worse than, the crust when it's like, doughy and bad, stuff like that. Non-crispy.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yeah. While we're on the topic, one thing a microwave is good for is leftover spaghetti. Like spaghetti's
You got to
better
cover it up, though, or
the
it's
next
like all
day.
over the
Yeah.
microwave. It'll splatter.
You sound like a college kid.
Well, none of us sound terribly mature right now. I hate to break this to you, but none of us sound like mature guys right now.
This is a segment for the ages right here.
Well,
Pop-Tarts.
That's why we came back to do a
air
radio
fryer.
show or moments like this. Sometimes you just got to fill a minute. Sometimes you got a minute to fill.
Yeah, this is relatable. We got a bowl game tonight. We got Memphis and who?
West Virginia.
Yeah, you got
Bart
Memphis as
says
a lock.
Memphis
Lock.
by a mile.
-4.5. Lock them up.
And North Carolina and Florida tonight playing basketball. Is that right?
That's right, yeah.
That is right, tonight. I forgot about that.
Florida's ranked 7th in the country.
Florida hadn't lost.
That's right.
It's a future Razorback opponent coming to Bud Walton Arena. Also tonight, inside the college football playoff.
If you haven't heard,
Disney
7
Plus
o'clock Disney
and
Plus.
ESPN Plus.
ESPN
I
Plus.
think it's on ESPN2 Thursday.
I'm going to critique it tomorrow.
And Brent's going to give us a review tomorrow.
We're going to break it down tomorrow morning.
Chuck and Bo Show. Have a great day.
There's a sense of pride when it comes to things built in our state, and you can add Flyway Brewing to the list. A craft brewery with roots in North Little Rock dating back to 2013, with popular flavors like Blue Wing Berry Wheat